for a taste of things to come.
What is going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to another watch-along presentation courtesy of the Simply Reliable Studios. I am your host for now, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. Thank you all for joining us this early hour of the morning for you West Coasters. For you East Coasters, good afternoon as it's just past high noon over there. Today is going to be a celebration of sorts. Today we're going to be covering Ladies Night Out, part of the Wrestlecade Weekend festivities. And let me just say, as a man who has supported women's wrestling for the better part of his wrestling fandom, I could not be more stoked about the event that we are going to witness here this afternoon. There are currently 15 matches signed for this show, 4 championships on the line. TNA, AEW, NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling, and a bunch of other indie promotions all being represented here today. And, you know, all I can think of when we get an event like this, and I felt the same way when we covered Mission Pro Wrestling Summer 11 earlier this year. This is the stuff that Jeff Meacham and his former business partner, Travis, were fighting for all those years ago when they started the Women's Independent Ladies, or the World Independent Ladies Division, Wild Wrestling. It was an all-women's promotion. And at the time, it was an abstract concept. Because if you tuned in to WWE television, you had divas matches. And you were still getting bra and panties and lingerie and turkey bowl, gravy matches, and all this stupid shit. The women's wrestling wasn't being taken seriously. Over on the TNA side of things, the Knockouts division was forming, being established. Names like Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, Tara, Victoria, Winter, the former Katie Lee Burchell, Angelina Love, the Beautiful People. You were starting to establish a more dominant, a more serious women's division over in TNA, but it still hadn't really caught fire to spark the revolution, the evolution that WWE then presented to us in 2018, which is around the same time this Ladies Night Out concept began. The first Ladies Night Out event was either February or March of 2018, which is ahead of the Evolution pay-per-view. But just to see women's federations existing like a Mission Pro Wrestling, to see events like Ladies Night Out that gather the greatest women's talent from around the world from multiple companies. The only company that isn't really being represented here is WWE, and you can't even say that, as one of the talents and what I assume will be the main event is being billed as former WWE talent, insert name here, and we'll get to that momentarily. Noah will be joining me for the call at some point. He is still at church. He doesn't get home from church until about quarter till the top of the hour or the top of the hour. So you're riding with me solo in the time being. I have extended the offer to other members of the Simply Reliable Studios team. It is open to anybody who would like to join the celebration of women's professional wrestling, can be here, can join. Offers been made to Jeff Meacham, Big G, Stat Boy Mike, Walter. The list goes on. James was offered, but unfortunately he had something personal come up and he said he couldn't be here. But we don't know how many people are going to eventually join this stream, are going to be a part of this celebration. But the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. Well, I think I've yapped enough about the reasoning for us covering this. Let's get into some of the matches. We're going to start off with some 6-woman tag team action, as we've got Kenzie and Kylie Page teaming with Ella Envy, a team that used to be known as Pretty Empowered, but Ella Envy has since left the team. But that just goes to show how special these Wrestlecade events are, because they're putting the trio together again, one night only, taking on the team of Zoe Sky, Jada Stone, and Maya World. Now, Kenzie Page has been on a tear in the National Wrestling Alliance ever since dethroning Camille at NWA 75 last year. She has reigned with that championship for well over a year. You got to be figuring that time is ticking. I could have swore she was going to lose to the title to Natalia Markova in their last encounter. However, my girl La Princesa Tiffany Nieves had something to say about that and cost Natalia Markova the match. But Kenzie Page, for those of you that don't know, that don't follow the National Wrestling Alliance, is somebody to have your eyes on, because I could definitely see her in WWE, AEW, TNA down the road. She is a dominant young woman, and she's a damn good worker as well, as is her sister, Kylie Page, as is Ella Envy. Now, Maya World, we recently discovered this year when we first started following Mission Pro Wrestling, as she comes in and out of there. Another solid in-ring performer, up-and-comer. And now with the WWE having their ID program, you never know when and where somebody at this show could end up being scouted. Jada Stone and Zoe Sky are unknown to me, but that doesn't mean that they should be taken lightly or for granted. I'm looking forward to seeing what all 6 of these women bring in this matchup. We also have a special tag team elimination match going to be going on today, as the team of Venom and Violence take on Survival of the Thickest, Vanity and JD Storm, and the Smothers Twisted Sisters. This match, I know absolutely nothing about any of the competitors, if I'm being 100% honest. This is where Noah comes in handy, because he always does his research. I've been so busy lately with Thanksgiving festivities, doing the soft relaunch of Renegades reviews, being part of all the other watch-alongs, production, etc. I haven't had the opportunity to do my research on these women, and I do regret that. But I am, again, looking forward to seeing what these 8 ladies can bring to the ring here today, tonight. It should be a great match nonetheless. Then we get into a 7-woman elimination match. And I'm hoping one of these 2 elimination matches starts the show because it gives a little bit of length. But we've got Leva Bates taking on Jazmin, Howe, Clara Carter, Brittany Jade, Hyena Hera, Nova Fury, and Amira Rose. Leva Bates is the only one I've actually heard anything about. So I'm definitely have my eyes on her. The other 6 women are relative unknowns to me. But again, as I stated with the other matches, just because they're unknowns doesn't mean that they're not ones to watch. Going from there, we have a 4 corners match, which I'm going to assume is still going to be one fall to a finish. Amanda Kiss versus Ivy Malibu versus Emily J versus Mila Johnson, excuse me. Again, and I hate to sound like a broken record here, 4 women that I have no knowledge about, but I'm looking forward to see what they're going to present. You got to figure if they're being booked on a show like Ladies Night Out 14 at a convention like Wrestlecade, they can't be a slouch. You got to figure that these women, whether we know them or we don't know them, or we've heard of them or we haven't heard of them, whether we like them or we don't like them, you got to figure that all of these women have something that is going to attract eyes to the Wrestlecade brand, to the Ladies Night Out brand, that are going to make people want to spend their money to see the show. And again, if you want to see the show, all you got to do is go to titlematchnetwork.com and sign up for a monthly subscription. It is $15 and you get access to all of this, the Ladies Night Out show. You get access to the Wrestlecade show from yesterday. You get access to all the other promotions that are covered through titlematchnetwork.com, including Mission Pro Wrestling. You get access to a bunch of shoot interviews that they have done. But that is where this show will be streamed, is titlematchnetwork.com. Go and subscribe to the site, and then you can watch along the action with us as we do our thing. Now, this next match is going to be very interesting, as Lindsay Snow yesterday on the Wrestlecade show took on Masha Slamovich in a hardcore match and lost. So she's already going to have some pent-up frustration there. But her face was raked with a cheese grater. How banged up is she going to be going into this encounter? Hollywood Haley J is a name that I discovered this year through the Netflix series Wrestlers, which chronicled and followed Al Snow's Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW, which was a former developmental territory for WWE. You think of names like John Cena, Randy Orton, Shelton Benjamin, Brock Lesnar, Rico Constantino, CM Punk came through OVW. Lots of top-tier WWE talent came through OVW. The class of 2002 was second to none. Pretty much everybody I just routed off except for Punk was part of that class. So OVW knows their shit, knows how to train people. Hollywood Haley J, being a product of Al Snow, definitely one to watch. Again, I discovered her on the Wrestlers Netflix show at NWA 76. She made her debut for the National Wrestling Alliance and is now tearing things up over there, as well as still working in Ohio Valley Wrestling. And here she is here on this grand stage in this first time ever match with a woman who went toe-to-toe with the TNA Knockouts World Champion yesterday. So you want to talk about somebody who's got a spotlight on them. Hollywood Haley J is definitely one of those individuals. And I'm going to be curious to see how she handles the pressure here. And this next match, I mentioned one of the competitors earlier, La Princesa Tiffany Nieves taking on Christina Marie. I don't know a whole lot about Christina Marie, but ever since I started getting back into the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, earlier this year, I saw Tiffany Nieves and instantly became a fan of La Princesa. She would be very easy to hate, as she does portray a heel pretty much everywhere she goes. You know, I mean, again, her nickname is La Princesa, the princess. She acts like a spoiled girl, but she's a badass in the ring. And she is not somebody to take lightly. Like I said when I was talking about Kinsey Page, she just cost Natalia Markova a title opportunity against Kinsey Page at one of the latest NWA tapings. So in December, later on this month, at their If Looks Could Kill show, it will be La Princesa Tiffany Nieves versus Natalia Markova in a steel cage. The first women's steel cage match ever to be held in the city that they're going to be broadcasting from, which I believe is somewhere down in Alabama. Don't quote me. I forget the exact city. I think it's Dothan, Alabama. Let me see real quick. I apologize for any silence. I do have the graphics saved because James and I want to do a watch along of that event, as he's a huge Markova fan and I'm a huge La Princesa fan. Yes, Dothan, Alabama. The first women's cage match in Alabama history. So again, you want to talk about making waves. You want to talk about somebody to watch, somebody that's breaking barriers. La Princesa Tiffany Nieves is definitely that individual. She is another one I could very easily see being scouted and signed to WWE. You got to figure Al Snow still has connections over there. I know OVW has worked with AEW and sent them feeder talent for job matches. La Princesa could be on Tony Khan's radar. What I would really like to see for her is a feud with Zelina Vega, since they both have the same style Puerto Rican gimmick, and then eventually them form a bond through battle and become a tag team. I think that would be so cool to see for those two women. One second here. Sorry, folks. Give me 1 second here. Trying to man a bunch of things here on my own while I await for somebody from the team to come and join me. Daniel, it's good to see you in the chat. I see you talking about Izzy Moreno, as you always do. I will bring your comment up when we get to that match. Please try to remember, though, that there are more women on this show than just Izzy Moreno. Let's not just flood the chat with talk about her, please. Another name from OVW, Freya the Slaya, is going to be taking on TNA Knockout Savannah Evans. This is going to be a possible another scouting match here. I haven't seen a whole lot of Freya's work, but I have seen her a little bit. Savannah Evans, according to Noah, just recently returned to TNA. But should be a solid match here. I'm definitely looking forward to these two women and seeing what they bring to the table. Here's where we get some interpromotional stuff because we've got AEW's Leila Gray taking on new TNA signee Xia Li, former WWE superstar Xia Li. So we've got a great contest here, interpromotional matchup, major interpromotional matchup. A lot of these are interpromotional matchups, but this is a major interpromotional encounter as it's TNA versus AEW, former WWE versus AEW. Really looking forward to this match because Xia Li was horribly misused in WWE. And Leila Gray is one of those AEW talents that pretty much stays in catering because she doesn't get booked on the shows all the time. She doesn't get featured the way that Sky Blue, Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, and some of the others do. So a huge proving ground moment here. If she can beat a former WWE talent, it might get her a little bit more of a push in AEW. We go to this match, triple threat action. Xia Brookside from TNA taking on Dream Girl Ellie and Gemma. Don't know much about anyone in this other than Xia Brookside. Xia Brookside made her debut in TNA earlier this year. She just wrestled at Turning Point on Friday night, which was also part of the Wrestlecade festivities. So it's going to be interesting to see what she does here with these two, for lack of a better phrase, lesser known talents. I definitely expect her to be the ring general here, carrying the action and the majority of the match. But should be good stuff here. We move on to another match, and we've got what could very easily be another talent scout type of opportunity as Vipress, who I know very little about, takes on the ride or die of the system, Alicia Edwards, wife, of course, to Eddie Edwards. We saw Alicia get involved in system activities at Turning Point, as she always does. Alicia, to my knowledge, isn't a very experienced wrestler. She's only been wrestling for a couple of years. I don't know what the experience is of Vipress, but just the fact that she's a TNA knockout, TNA talent, former TNA knockouts tag champion with Masha Slamovich, who we'll get to momentarily as she is on the card as well. Definitely looking at a lot of these matches as scouting matches, but the ones where it's an indie talent versus a talent from another company, I always kind of look at those as more of a proving ground, because if Vipress can get a victory here over the former Knockouts tag team champion, then you're going to think that TNA is going to want to get their hands on her and possibly end up working a story with her. Even if they only sign her to a 6-month or a 1-year deal to kind of keep things rolling, going off of a victory here. You think they're going to want to have her in the company to further develop things. Speaking of TNA, this is the match that'll probably be the main event, but I'm not going to do it last, as I'm going to save the championship matches for that respect. But we've got Jordynne Grace taking on Vix Crow, the former WWE superstar Alicia Fox. Much like I was talking about yesterday as Joe Hendry fought Raj Desi, the former WWE champion Jinder Mahal, Jordynne Grace going up against a former WWE talent, a former main roster WWE talent at that, I feel is a huge test and proving ground for Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace has been in and out of the developmental. She's been in and out of NXT. She did compete in the Royal Rumble earlier this year and get to mix things up with the main roster talent there. But for the most part, she's really focused on and worked with the talent down in NXT. This is, to my knowledge, her first opportunity to go one-on-one since that with a former WWE main roster talent in Alicia Fox, Vix Crow. And I'm sure WWE talent will be having their eyes on this match to see how she works with somebody of that caliber. Alicia Fox is definitely not somebody that I am a huge fan of on a personal level, but that's not what tonight is about. Today is about a celebration of women's professional wrestling. So forget about the personal BS and just enjoy women's wrestling. Next up, to my knowledge, is not a championship match, but that doesn't mean that it can't be made one last minute. You've got the current reigning and defending TNA Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich, taking on the National Wrestling Alliance's La Rosa Negra. Masha Slamovich has been the MVP of the Wrestlecade Weekend. She was fighting a turning point on Friday night, the TNA pay-per-view, defending her championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match against Jordynne Grace. She fought Lindsay Snow yesterday as part of the Wrestlecade Super Show, the only women's match that was booked on that show. Retained or got the victory, title wasn't on the line. Got the victory there in a brutal hardcore match. And now she's in action here as part of the Ladies Night Out 14 against another woman you definitely can't take lightly in La Rosa Negra. Huge match here for La Rosa Negra. If this National Wrestling Alliance talent can get a pinfall victory over Masha Slamovich, which for the record, I don't think she will, but if she can get a pinfall victory over Masha, again, you got to think that's going to do huge things for the career of La Rosa Negra. Now we get into our championship matches. First up, we're going to discuss this first time ever matchup for the Riot Cabaret Women's Championship. It will be Missa Kate taking on the owner of Mission Pro Wrestling, La Mera Mera. Begin over on Title Match Network. Good timing. Yesterday, the Wrestlecade Super Show gave us a pre-show match, a bonus pre-show match. We don't know if that'll happen today. Part of why I came on earlier than we had originally planned is if they decide to give us a special bonus match. Missa Kate, I know very little about. I have seen her in action. I have heard her name on the convention circuit before. I believe Big Baller G's friends have worked with Missa Kate before. Forgive me, G, I don't remember the name of the promotion that your friends have, but I believe they've booked and worked with Missa Kate before. And again, Thunder Rosa, former AEW Women's Champion, owner of Mission Pro Wrestling. Gotta expect big things here from this match because Thunder Rosa is not going to defend the championship against just anybody. That should tell you everything you need to know about Missa Kate. Now, the match I know Daniel's been waiting for, your current reigning and defending Mission Pro Wrestling Champion, Izzy Moreno, defending the championship against Carolina Cruz. Huge things for Izzy, and it looks like we're going to start the action right out the gate. They weren't supposed to start the show for another half hour, but we're already getting right into the action, folks. looks like we're going to start things off with this four corners match. Amanda Kiss, Ivy Malibu, Emily Hay, and Leila Johnson. I think they realized that with 15 matches, they needed more than 2 hours. Emily J now coming out to the ring, the final competitor here for this match. Veda Scott and Sam Laterna on commentary for the network side of things. Veda Scott, of course, did commentary for Wrestlecade Super Show yesterday. So another busy woman. Again, I know very little about these four women, everybody, but I'm going to do my best to carry the action until Noah gets here. Noah should be here in the next 15 to 30 minutes when he gets home from church. Bell sounds, and here we go with our first contest of the morning, the afternoon. Looked like we were going to get a four-way test of strength, but two of the women had different ideas. We got two women outside the ring, two women inside the ring right now. I believe it's Mila Johnson and Emily J in the ring, and Amanda Kiss and Ivy Malibu outside the ring. Amanda Kiss doing some dominance here inside the ring. Snap suplex to, I believe that was Mila Johnson. And another one. Huge vertical suplexes. And now taking a moment to pose, that's something you definitely don't want to do in a four corners match, as it is one fall to a finish. Doesn't matter how many of your opponents you have laid out, there's always somebody else that can come back and start to attack. I believe we've got Ivy Malibu now going toe to toe with Amanda Kiss. Here comes Emily J. Backcracker to Amanda Kiss, and now using her knees, ramming the face of Ivy Malibu into the mat here. X Factor delivered. Amanda Kiss comes in, getting Emily J. Huge implant DDT from Amanda Kiss. Goes for the clothesline duck. Gets caught by Mila Johnson. And Amanda Kiss thrown to the outside. Emily J coming in, dumps Mila Johnson to the outside. Oh no, take that back. Here's Mila Johnson. As Ivy Malibu just got dumped. Stunner to Emily J. Goes for the pinfall. 2, 3. Okay, sincerest apologies. Emily Blaze, who got the pinfall here, they do not have the graphic listed the way that the talents are. You would assume that Amanda Kiss and Emily J are on one side, Ivy Malibu, Mila Johnson on the other. I do apologize for the misinformation. Emily J is who just got the victory. Very confusing in their presentation on the graphics. Again, I am just one man, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to do everything that I can until we get Noah back. But again, we were discussing before that match, Izzy Moreno, Carolina. Big moment for Izzy Moreno as she fought Tiffany Nieves at last year's Ladies Night Out and then defeated her earlier this year for the Mission Pro Championship. Now here she is 1 year later defending the title against Carolina Cruz. And then the final match to discuss as we get the entrance for this gauntlet match, which I believe is going to be the 7 women match. Jazmin Howe making her entrance. We'll come back to this match. Aina Hera and Jazmin Howe in the ring to start off this gauntlet match. Bell sounds for this gauntlet match. Both women face to face. Jazmin Howe just pie faces Aina Hera. Goes for the clothesline. Hyena ducks it. Hyena Hera giving punches in the corner here. Irish whip reversal by Howe. Up and over goes Hera. Hera goes bouncing off the rope. Crossbody block, taking down Jazmin Howe. And she lets out a primal scream. Getting Howe up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. Hera charges at her with a back elbow. Snap there takes Howe over. Goes for the pinfall. 1.5. Clara Carter now into the ring. So apparently it's not a gauntlet in the fact that once one person gets eliminated, another person comes in. Apparently they're coming in at different intervals. Even the commentators weren't aware of that. They're confused. But Clara Carter has now joined. And a double pin eliminating Hyena Hera, Clara Carter, and Jazmin Howe. Getting another entrance here. Gotta wonder if Jazmin Howe and Clara Carter are going to continue working together. Nova Fury now into the ring. Clothesline Clara Carter, clothesline to Howe, code breaker to Howe. And Nova Fury just standing over her downed opponents right now. Kicking Jazmin Howe to the outside of the ring. Follows her out. Going to do a little bit of brawling outside now. Huge right hand to Clara Carter. Jazmin Howe back up to her feet. Huge right hand knocks Jazmin Howe right back down. What is Nova Fury thinking now? Huge bicycle kick, pump kick to Clara Carter. Audrey Allen now into the match. She wasn't even on this graphic, so an additional competitor. Big boot from Audrey takes down Nova Fury, now to Jazmin Howe in the corner. Irish whip sends her into the other corner, charges in, huge clothesline, and boot pushes Jazmin Howe out of the ring. This Audrey chick really is asserting her dominance here in her early going parts of the matchup. Jazmin Howe still in this, of course, the first competitor in the match. Then you got Clara Carter and Nova Fury still part of this as well. The countdown on once again. Kendall Lyon now coming, another name who wasn't on the graphic. And Kendall Lyon immediately goes to the top turnbuckle, somersault dive onto the other women outside the ring, throwing Clara Carter back in the ring. Looks like the Lion is looking to take out Clara Carter. Meteora into the ring corner there. Psycho knee there, taking out Clara Carter, but she's not going for the pin. Now she does. 1, 2, only a 2 count. I think that little bit of hesitation cost the Lion the pinfall there. Next entry coming in. What the hell? So Leva Bates is now coming out, but she is wearing like a pilgrim costume. Clara Carter just eliminated Audrey. Kendall Lyon now eliminating Nova Fury. Jazmin House still in this. Next competitor coming out. Tess Lowen, I believe they said. Tess Lowen or Tess Owen. Leva Bates with the DDT here. Lauren, excuse me. Tess Lauren. Tess Lauren going after Leva Bates. Step up in Seguri, takes Leva down. Hogan-esque leg drop. Did she get it or no? Looks like the Lion has been eliminated there with that Hogan-esque leg drop. Jazmin House still in this, folks. She was the first competitor out. Gotta wonder if she's gonna run the gauntlet here. Buzzer sounds, here comes the next competitor. Sam Shriek. We still haven't seen Amira Rose or Brittany Jade, who are on the graphic advertised for this match, but we have seen a whole slew of women that weren't advertised. High stack and another elimination here. Leva Bates just scores a pinfall roll up here. Jazmin Howe with a roll up on Leva, only a 2 count. Chaotic action is correct there, Veda Scott. I am having such a hard time keeping track. I don't know if any other women are coming out. I don't know what happened to Amira Rose or Brittany Jade. But right now it is Leva Bates and Jazmin Howe. And Jazmin Howe, again, has been in this since the first entrant. Will she be able to go the distance and defeat the former Blue Pants Leva Bates? Huge forearm by Jazmin Howe taking down Leva Bates. Backstabber. Goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, kick out. 2 3/4, man. That was very close for Jazmin Howe after that backstabber to Leva Bates. Looks like we are getting another entrant. It's been a while. Here comes Amira Rose, one of the other women advertised on the graphic. Huge staple of North Carolina wrestling, apparently, goes right after Jazmin Howe, the longest tenured woman in this match, trying to throw some forearm punches, get her eliminated. Irish whip, reversal by Howe. Up and over goes Amira Rose. Big kicks to the back of Howe. Another Irish whip reversal. This time Howe sends Rose into the corner. Howe follows with a clothesline, but then Rose wraps her legs around Jazmin Howe. But Jazmin's strength able to just hold on, and now mounted punches from Jazmin Howe to Amira Rose. Rose prone in the corner. Howe going up to the top rope, it looked like. High risk, high reward. Went for a huge blockbuster, but Rose stepped out of the way. And Mira Rose goes for the pin, gets the 2 count. Leva Bates in to break up the action. Looks like Leva Bates wants to get all the eliminations herself here. Huge sidekick there by Amira Rose taking down Leva Bates. Spinning X Factor from Amira Rose. Goes for the pin on Leva Bates. Gets a 2. No. Kick out at 2 3/4. Damn. Huge penalty kick from Jazmin Howe to Amira Rose. Running senton. Goes for the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Jazmin Howe has eliminated Amira Rose. It is back to being Leva Bates and Jazmin Howe. Again, we have yet to see Brittany Jade. Don't know what's going on here. Oh, Jazmin Howe just got eliminated by, I think it's Clara Carter. She's been hiding the entire time. I thought she was eliminated earlier. Smart move there. And Clara Carter just stole this thing, eliminating Leva Bates last. Holy crap. Coming out of nowhere. I could have sworn Clara Carter was eliminated earlier on, but she's been kind of hiding under the ring. Came in, took Jazmin Howe out, took out Leva Bates, and stole this thing, pointing to her head saying, I was smarter than you. Again, in between matches here. Last match we need to discuss. Angelina Risk, who is the Ladies Night Out champion. Jazmin Allure, the Hurricane Pro Women's champion. Title for title, if everything I've heard is accurate. First time ever for these two ladies. With it being a double title match, from what my understanding, that is why I decided to do this match last instead of the Jordynne Grace match, which I still believe will be our main event. Looks like we're getting our elimination tag team match now. Okay, these two women on the screen right now are the Smothers Twisted Sisters, Jessica and Maria. Veda Scott said the Smothers Twisted Daughters. Okay, apparently it's a reference to Tracy Smothers, who I assume has trained them. Vanity and JC Storm now making their way to the ring, being accompanied to the ring by Maserati. Caitlin Marie and Sammy Chaos, the next team out. One of these women trained by Masha Slamovich, so you know she's not going to be a slouch here. Bella's sounded here. I thought this was supposed to be 4 teams, but there's only 3 in the ring, and the bell sounded. Sammy Chaos, the one that trained with Masha Slamovich. Smothers Twisted Daughters just got Irish whipped into each other by Vanity and JC Storm. Vanity and Caitlin Marie paired off in one quarter. Irish whip attempt from Vanity, but Caitlin Marie blocking it. Huge forearm shot by Caitlin Marie to Vanity. Irish whip of her own sends her into the far corner. Huge splash and a tag to her partner. Sammy Chaos coming in now. Caitlin Marie coming back in. Quick tags here by Chaos and Caitlin. Huge hip checks taking Vanity down in the corner. Cannonball to Vanity. Goes for the pinfall. Does Caitlin Marie only gets a 1 count. Vanity and Caitlin Marie squaring off. Snapmare from Vanity to Caitlin Marie. Big knee to the back there. Tag to her partner, JC Storm. Stranglehold submission here from JC Storm to Caitlin Marie. Arm Rainer trying to gain a little bit of in-ring control. Drops Caitlin Marie face first in the ring here. Caitlin Marie grabs JC Storm by the hair. Or no, excuse me, that was one of the Smothers Twisted Daughters. Smothers Twisted Daughters now with the tag. Caitlin Marie still isolated, getting dominated in the Smothers Twisted corner. Goes for the pinfall, gets a 2 count. Caitlin Marie able to kick out a little bit of resilience here. Caitlin Marie trying to find anyone that she can tag so that she can get out of the ring. She has just been woman handled here these last few minutes. Smothers Twisted Daughters here just dominating. Maria with the Meteora here. Here comes Jessica. Big clothesline from Jessica taking down Caitlin Marie. Vanity and JC Storm getting in here, pulling Katie Marie. JC Storm over the rope, pump kick there to Caitlin Marie. Telling the Smothered Twisted Daughters to kiss her butt. Goes for the pinfall, hooks both legs, only a 2 count. Vanity legal. Both Vanity, JC Storm in working on Caitlin Marie here. Irish whip. Huge clothesline takes Caitlin Marie down. Vanity in for the pinfall. Gets the 1, gets the 2. No. 2.9999. Caitlin Marie just getting decimated, but once she gets that hot tag to her partner, Sammy Chaos, he's going to come in with a head of fury. Gets the tag to Sammy Chaos, and here we go, everybody. Shot to JC Storms, shot to Vanity. Taking out the Smothers Twisted Daughters on the ring rope. Clothesline to JC Storm in the ring, the legal competitor. JC Storm with a knee to Sammy Chaos. Going for, are they going to be able to get her over? Both Vanity and JC Storm going for a double vertical suplex. And Sammy suplexes the 2 of them instead. Maria breaking up the pinfall attempt there by Sammy Chaos. And now Maria and Sammy Chaos going toe to toe. Maria just thrown into the posterior of Caitlin Marie. Sammy Chaos, huge spine busters there. Caitlin Marie with a senton. Sammy in for the pinfall. Jessica breaks up the attempted pin attempt. Rainmaker Lariat. Sammy Chaos with the spear. Bulldog. JC Storm with a huge corkscrew off the top rope. All the women are in here hitting their maneuvers here. So chaotic right now. Apologize with how hard it is to try to follow this. Sammy Chaos and Caitlin Marie both taking Vanity and JC Storm over. And both these women are going to the top rope, going to hit some stereo aerial maneuver here. Bonsai drop, pinfall, 2, 3. Sammy Chaos and Caitlin Marie get the pinfall over JC Storm and Vanity for the victory. Great tag team action there. We got a whole lot to come. Right now, they're hyping up the 6-woman tag team match. Kinsey and Kylie Page teaming with Ella Envy once again. Pretty Empowered reunited, taking on Maya World, Jada Stone, and Zoe Sky. Looks like that is going to be next, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it is after the top of the hour. Hopefully, Noah will be here soon. Pretty Empowered coming out to the ring first. All these women have gold. Okay, and Maya World and Jada Stone are the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, which is Booker T's promotion. They're coming out now with Zoe Sky. Maya World and Jada Stone called the Spark. Again, they're the Reality of Wrestling Women's Tag Team Champions, which is Booker T's promotion out of Texas. Looks like we've got Kenzie Page and Zoe Sky starting things off here. Kenzie dastardly early going here, going after Zoe Sky's hair. Kenzie going to hit the ropes, but Zoe Sky charges right in and slides and trips her, follows it up with a beautiful drop kick, going right after the NWA Women's Champion for over a year. Kenzie Page has been holding the Burke. Zoe Sky, big shotgun drop kick, takes down Kenzie Page here. Tag made to Maya World here. Maya World coming in. She's going toe to toe now with Kylie Page. Huge suplex. Gets the 2 count. Nice bridge there with Maya World on that suplex. Irish whip reversal by Kylie Page, sending Maya into the corner. Nice double team maneuver there by Maya World and Jada Stone. Huge spinning back kick to Kylie Page from Maya World. Ella Envy, now the legal person for Pretty Empowered. Jada Stone coming in for the other team. Huge display of athleticism there by Jada Stone. Goes for a handspring elbow, shades of China, but Ella Envy moves out of the way. Jada Stone able to catch her, though, coming in with her legs and taking her home with a Hurricane Rana. Now she's got the wrist for wrist control, running over to the top rope there. Springboard, went for the ob drag, but Ella Envy was able to block it. I don't think Ella Envy knew what to expect here from Jada Stone. Neither did I, if I'm being quite honest, but a huge display of athleticism. Kylie Page now in, blindsiding Jada Stone. Younger of the Page sisters, but still a force in the ring. Ella Envy and Kenzie Page bickering outside the ring, though. Could be a little bit of drama within Pretty Empowered. Ella Envy, now the legal woman for Pretty Empowered, fighting Jada Stone here. Jada being thrown into the Pretty Empowered corner. Tag again to Kylie Page. I noticed Ella is not tagging Kenzie in. I wonder if that's where the tension lies, is with Ella and Kenzie Page. But she seems to be working okay with Kylie. Kylie in for the pinfall, hooks the leg, gets a 1.5. Huge stunner style maneuver there by Jada Stone. Gets the tag into Zoe Sky. Kenzie back in, takes down Kylie as well. There goes Ella. Zoe Sky drop toe hold to Ella Envy, sends her face first into the turnbuckle. Zoe Sky going to the top rope. All 3 members of Pretty Empowered taken down with a flying cross body. Goes for the pinfall. Zoe Sky had Ella Envy and Kenzie Page there for just a 2 count. Maya World in now. Maya World trying to work with Zoe Sky. A little bit of double team action on Kenzie Page. What is this? Maya with a huge display of power, Moonsault from Jada Stone pins Kinsey Page. 1, 2, no. Would have been huge for Jada Stone if she had been able to get a successful pin on the NWA Women's Champion again. Kinsey Page, champion for over a year. Ella Envy with the TKO to Zoe Sky. Knee strike by Kylie Page. Pulls her into the corner. Kinsey with the pinfall. Gets the 2. Maya and Jada make the save here. Ella Envy comes over, grabs Jada Stone. Kylie Page fighting with Maya World. Kylie throwing Maya to the outside. What's Jada going for here? Jesus. That could have been nasty for Kylie Page. Went for a suicide dive, but didn't get all of it. Hopefully she is okay. Cutter from Kinsey Page to Zoe Sky. Gets a 2, gets the 3 count. Pretty empowered with the victory here. Calling for the medics to come ringside. I wonder if that's to check up on Kylie Page after that missed suicide dive again. Hopefully she is okay. Now we've got Sam Laterna and Veda Scott kind of hyping up the card. They're talking about La Rosa Negra versus Masha Slamovich. They're talking about Vipress and Alicia Edwards. Again, the ride or die chick of the system. Do you trust the system? Because I sure as hell don't. I will admit I do kind of like Alicia Edwards, though I appreciate her tenacity. Hyping how they have wrestlers from all over the world, different companies represented. Again, we've had Reality of Wrestling so far. We've had um, Mission Pro so far. Maya World works over there as well. We've had the National Wrestling Alliance so far. We've got TNA, AEW, former WWE, all on the card. Such huge stuff going on here on Title Match Network. If you guys want to watch along the action, as we call it, Noah's message, he should be home in about 10 minutes from church, maybe a little bit sooner. I was 100% correct. They're advertising Jordynne Grace and Vix Pro as the main event. Again, card subject to change. Something could always happen and the lineup get changed, but they just said that this will be our main event, as I expected. Okay, looks like we've had a little bit of a card change. Dream Girl Ellie no longer in that match against Zaya Brookside and Gemma. She'll be teaming with Tiffany Nieves. So apparently Tiffany Nieves' match has been changed as well. No longer fighting Christina Marie. Now they're talking about Thunder Rosa and Missa Kate. Apparently, this is not a first time ever match. This goes back about 6 years between these 2. Missa Kate out to prove that she's not the same young woman that she was when they first met 6 years ago. Just got word from Noah he should be with me at about 1:30. He's just a couple minutes away from home, but once he gets home, gets everything booted up, grabs him his tasty beverage, should be about 1:30. So this next match should be the last match that I have to call by myself. Be safe out there, Noah. He says that the snow and the wind is blowing more than expected. Again, he's in Ohio, so they're obviously experiencing their first snow of the year for the holiday season. Again, this is women's wrestling, damn it. This is one of the huge events that we wanted to make sure we covered this weekend. Noah, myself, Jeff Meacham, James Hebert, huge supporters of women's pro wrestling, and it's been a good show so far. These matches are moving a little bit quicker than I had hoped, but they're flowing real good, and the action has been on point. Who do we have here? Freya the Slaya. So we're going into that match now. Freya the Slaya from Alaska going to be taking on Savannah Evans unless that match has changed as well. Again, OVW wrestler. She was featured on the Netflix series Wrestlers as well. Not as heavily as Hollywood Haley J was, who was definitely the breakout star of that show, but she was featured on it. So we've got OVW here versus TNA as Savannah Evans now makes her way to the ring. Savannah Evans just competed on Turning Point on Friday. Bell rings here, and again, this is a huge proving ground for Freya the Slaya. For the most part, an unknown independent wrestler taking on an established TNA knockout. This could be huge if she gets a pinfall victory over here. A little bit of a shoving match going on between Freya and Savannah here. Freya calling for a test of strength against the cannibal Savannah Evans. Greco knuckle lock. And it looks like Freya got a little bit of control here over Freya the Slaya. Both women very evenly matched in strength. Clean break from the Greco-Roman knuckle lock, the test of strength. Collar elbow tie up. Now we're getting to some real action here. Freya's got a little bit of control. Momentum shifted. Freya's backing Savannah into the corner. Savannah able to reverse it. Freya able to reverse it again. Again, both these women seem to be very evenly matched in strength. Freya's Savannah backed into another corner. This was unexpected. I did not expect these two women to be this evenly matched. I am thoroughly impressed by the strength of Freya the Slaya here so far. Both women eye to eye, nose to nose, forehead to forehead. And Lindsay Snow now coming out to the ring, as is Hollywood Haley J. Lindsay Snow and Hollywood Haley J are supposed to have one-on-one competition here later on I don't know what's going on here. Hollywood hiding behind Savannah and Freya. Maybe it's the OVW connection here. It looks like this may end up be turning into a tag team match, folks. Oh no, it's become a fatal four-way match. It is now Freya versus Savannah versus Lindsay versus Hollywood Haley J. Good to see you, Noah. You came in at a great moment. This what was supposed to be one-on-one contest between Freya the Slaya and Savannah Evans that was very impressively evenly matched in strength has now turned into a fatal four-way match as Lindsay Snow and Hollywood Haley J fought to the ring. They were supposed to have a one-on-one encounter later. This match has now turned into a fatal four-way, though.
Well, first off, JJ, to take a phrase from you, good to be seen. Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to Super Reliable Studios. It's good to see y'all once again. I was definitely looking forward to seeing the Battle of the Powerhouses, but something told me that these two are not going to be, the only ones at each other's throats. And you talked about, of course, Hollywood Harley J making a name for herself, trying to be in the spotlight to her to be the biggest star in the NWA. And then you have Lindsay Snow, of course, a deathmatch bitch, and I mean that in the nicest way possible, who had a war last night with Masha Slamovich. So it's good to see you, and I'm sure you'll catch me up on stuff. And again, folks, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all of you. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Harley J dropped in the car, gets a 2 count. And again, JJ, I'm sure you'll catch me up to speed, but it's good to see you. And again, good to see everybody here. And so far, I see Daniel's in the chat, so it's good to see Daniel in the chat. And for those that are watching, please subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And also, never underestimate what the Lord has in store for you, and never underestimate what Mother Nature can do to you. Woof. And we see Freya the Slayer, Savannah Evans, and Harley J right now literally grabbing Charles. Hair to Massive Cross Body by Lindsay Snow. What have I missed so far, JJ? Well, we got a 4-way dance here, catastrophe.
You've missed quite a bit, sir. Pretty much all the multi-women matches that have been announced have been had. You missed the Pretty Empowered 6-woman tag match.
Oh, go ahead.
You missed, and let me just say, today has definitely been the promoter's favorite words, card subject to change.
And no kidding, it sounds
definitely
like.
been into effect here.
Okay, wow, Evans just sat down on Freya the Slayer and got the win. But please continue. Also, damn it, also shout out to Blue Pants. I'm kind of sad I definitely missed that.
Okay, wait a minute. You've already got a victory. I'm way behind you then for some reason. Let me try to refresh my feed, see if I get caught up a little bit.
Yeah, see Evans glowed on the outside. It's been Evans just pinned Freya the Slayer.
Okay, I see Savannah Evans walking back to the back now. Okay, so what was supposed to be a 7-woman contest was turned into a gauntlet match. People were added to the match that weren't on the graphic. And it wasn't as soon as somebody got pinned, another person came out. People were coming out at intervals, kind of like a Rumble match.
Okay.
The 4-team tag match became a 3-team tag match. It's just been crazy. I've been trying to keep up with stuff, and I feel like I've been doing an all right job. I feel like I could have been doing better. The way people are listed on graphics are not the way they, like it'll have people's names and it won't match up to who they are on the graphics. So I was calling people the wrong name for matches. It's been a cluster, but
hey,
we're now at the point of the show where pretty much everything is one-on-one matches. We're about to see Izzy Moreno defend her Mission Pro Championship against Carolina Cruz, everyone's BFF.
Yep. She wants to be everybody's friend, but Carolina Cruz is looking to be her worst friend ever. Carolina Cruz, by the way, also with 1 year wrestling experience, comes to us from Women of Wrestling, also known as WOW, and I believe is also a WWE prospect in NXT. And to your point, there is Bailey's favorite buddy, Izzy Moreno, the current Mission Pro Wrestling champion, who, of course, won that title off La Princesa to Nueves, and so far has one successful defense against the Mera Mera, Fonda Rosa. Izzy Moreno representing the hybrid school of wrestling that trained her and has been the Mission Pro Wrestling Women's Champion now for 169 days.
That's another match that has been changed but hasn't happened yet. Dream Girl Ellie has now been removed from the triple threat that also involved Zaya Brookside and Gemma. Is now being teamed with La Princesa, and they're taking on somebody that wasn't in either of their graphics. So I don't remember exactly who they said that they're going to be fighting.
Okay.
But like I said, card subject to change has definitely been the phrase of the day here. This show was supposed to begin at 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. It began at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific. I think they realized that with as many matches as they had announced, they needed more time than was allotted.
No kidding.
I think that's why those 2 singles matches just got turned into a fatal 4-way. You know, there's a lot of chaos going on, but this is a match that I was thoroughly looking forward to, as we called Izzy Moreno defeating La Princesa earlier this year at Mission Pro Summer 11. This is the first defense for her that we've been able to call.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
defended it a few times throughout the indie circuit. She's offering Carolina Cruz one of her BFF friendship bracelets.
Bell rings? Yeah, I'm just about to see the bell ring here, and Izzy Moreno in the purple and orange and white, to your point, with friendship bracelet. Shades of Orange Cassidy. So, yeah, again, when it comes to these first-time experiences of Wrestlecade, I mean, this is what happens, folks. It looks like Carolina Cruz likes it. Look, it's a nice smile. Is she going to actually put it on her wrist, or is she going to break it?
Come on now, Noah. She's a heel. What do you think she's going to do?
I mean, you know, sometimes just, the benefit of the doubt.
Let me know when they lock up, because I got a little ahead of you.
No worries, pal. And again, JJ, it's an absolute gratitude, pleasure to call these shows, and I look forward to calling more title match, independent wrestling stuff with you going forward. Call time here, and right now, both these women locking horns, preferably. Izzy Moreno push up against the ropes, and Carolina Cruz right now trying to take control. And again, a massive opportunity here. Both these women cover in the genesis of their careers, by the way. And again, Izzy Moreno, not even 18 years old yet.
Yeah, that's still crazy to think about, man. Izzy Moreno, only 17 years old. And those of you like Noah, like James, that go back to the black and gold NXT, Noah's NXT, remember Izzy as the Bailey superfan who used to attend every show watching her favorite superstar.
Nice head scissors.
You know, as Bailey began her career within WWE to the role model that she is today. And now here's Izzy Moreno in the ring, living her dreams, going toe-to-toe, defending her championship against Carolina Cruz. And we are being joined now by Mr. Reliable, Walter Cruz. What is going on, Walter? Good to see you here in time for this first championship match of the evening.
You're right.
Been trying to get Noah caught up. Card subject to change has been the phrase of the show, sir. So much stuff has been changed and adapted. We've had singles matches turn into fatal 4-way matches. Teams missing from matches. 7-person encounters turn into gauntlet matches. And now we've got this going right here.
You did say that was going to happen. You even talk about that suddenly possibly happening. I saw Andrade Tigger there by Izzy Moreno trying to fight back. There's a snapmare. And Walter Cruz, good to see you. As Izzy's trying to fight back. Elbow to the back.
I'm not related to Carolina, by the way.
I'm about to say, no relation with the last
Wouldn't be mad if you were, bro. I mean, I know you, and I know the women you like, and she definitely looks like she would be right up your alley, bro.
You're right.
Tommy Armbreaker trying to be applied here by Izzy Moreno. There you see Carolina Cruz locking the wrists, going for a submission here. But go ahead, Walter. Go ahead and speak while we got a moment.
I'm just happy to see women's professional wrestlers. Like, were there travel issues? Or
I
like
don't
what?
know.
No
I
idea.
don't know if
But
there were
think
travel
of it.
issues. I don't know if maybe people got injured on other cards that may have been happening within the North Carolina area of Wrestlecade weekend.
That's fair.
You think about how, like, when
Well,
WrestleMania takes over a city,
wow.
promotions book the
Whoa,
area to
man!
try to make the most of the talent that are going to be in the area and the fans that are going to be in the area. So who knows what wrestling promotions ran shows Friday night and Saturday night that weren't the WrestleCade Super Show, that weren't TNA Turning Point.
Caroline Cruz right now regaining control of this match. And again, we talked about before, over 150 different wrestlers from all promotions all over the world, actually, for being honest here, are at Wrestlecade. And of course, you talk about women's wrestling, you talk about representation. We got people here from Coastal Championship Wrestling, Chicago Style Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. We got, of course, Izzy Moreno saying Texas Wrestling here. And of course, talking about Texas, we got the Hurricane Pro Texas Championship presented later by Jazmin Allure. All sorts of different independent wrestling promotions being demonstrated and represented here by all these incredibly young women. Caroline Cruz, known as the Havana Savage, less of a year of actual wrestling experience, already a prospect in the NXT system with only a background in rugby. Nice axe kick to Izzy Moreno.
Huge axe kick. To your point, we had the National Wrestling Alliance already represented with Pretty Empowered, Kylie and Kenzie Page, Ella Envy. We had Maya World and Jada Stone, the current reigning and defending Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, which of course is Booker T's promotion, part of the WWID program.
Irish whip. And there's it right now, Caroline Cruz having her way with the champion with the backbreaker and extending the pressure, bending Izzy Moreno over her knee. Shout out to Veda Scott, by the way, of course, part of the commentary. Also one of the hardest working females in the business.
Yep, Veda Scott and Stephanie Letourneau are on the commentary here.
I think I've heard Stephanie Letourneau before. I think her and Veda have done plenty of work together before, but I'm not sure just at Ladies Night. And to your point, this is Ladies Night Out 14. And of course, we'll still have the Ladies Night Out champion to come later tonight. Izzy Moreno trying to fight back here, though, taking Caroline Cruz down with a clothesline. She's feeling it here.
That was last year, Ladies Night Out 13, where Izzy Moreno fought Tiffany Nieves for the first time and began that rivalry that culminated with her dethroning La Princesa for the Mission Pro Championship.
And Izzy Moreno going up top. Massive crossbody. Is it enough to retain? Kick out at 2 by Caroline Cruz.
Izzy looks like she's going to cry. She thought that was going to be it.
Well, again, we talked about before the fact that she's a champion now. She has to try and rise above this pressure. Double leg takedown by Caroline Cruz, though. Immediately going for the stretch muffler.
I hope WWE lets Bailey do an independent show and we get Izzy versus Bailey somewhere. Like we've got to get that at some point in our life.
Don't start. We've got Daniel in the chat. He's the only one that's been commenting along so far, and he's been talking up Izzy Moreno the entire time he's been in the room. Let's not get him started with his Izzy Moreno fantasy.
Moreno in serious trouble. She finds a way to the ropes, and Caroline Cruz was wrenching hard on that leg and applying further pressure with her point of her ankle to the back of Izzy. Great resilience by Izzy to reach the ropes for the break. Izzy unable to stand up here.
I can see it behind you.
WWID is waiting to happen, actually. And Cape Red, good to see you. Up and around, Izzy Moreno. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? What's this? Oh, look at that cross arm breaker through the Tommy in. And there's the tap. There's the tap. Izzy Moreno retains.
Is there a live button I gotta hit? What's going on? Why am I behind you?
Izzy Moreno with her second ever successful defense of the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship. We'll see day 170. Great fighting spirit by the youngest, biggest fan of Bailey. Congratulations to Izzy. But I mean, hey, first time ever I saw Caroline Cruz, I gotta say, not a bad showing. She's definitely got a strong attitude, and again, over time, you're going to continue to grow. And I thought that stretch mupper was very well applied. If she would have applied it just a little bit more and pulled Izzy back towards center, there very well could have been a new champion.
Yep.
That's fair. That's fair. All these women have showed out so far. We had a woman earlier named Sammy Chaos who actually was trained by Masha Slamovich in tag team action.
That's a hell of a trainer.
Right? It's like if you're being trained by Masha Slamovich and you successfully got through her program, you know not to fuck with that person.
You know she had to be put through hell to prove herself.
You would think. I mean, I'm just saying, you would think. And Vipress, of course, is also somebody you don't mess with. That's also very familiar and known in the independents. But so is this annoying woman from Boston, TNA's Alicia Edwards, who's been part of TNA Impact Wrestling since 2017, with only one title accolade, a TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship. Alicia Edwards has made her presence known this weekend, that's for damn sure. And of course, we talked about before, the system has been on an absolute tear this year. Whether or not you trust it, Alicia Edwards has been the cheat code to helping the system keep or acquire gold, including her husband, Eddie Edwards. We literally were calling a turning point on Friday where Alicia Edwards almost helped Eddie Edwards, her husband, beat Nick Nemeth for the TNA World Championship.
Very true.
That damn Jezebel kept interfering her ugly head. Even after she got kicked out, she found a way to come back.
Oh, please. What do people in Boston actually follow rules?
Damn. Kind of glad James isn't here now. He's from Boston, dude.
I'm excited to keep all rules. I'll wait. Meanwhile, here comes Vipress. Vipress, who has been a representative, of course, of Ohio Valley Wrestling and currently a champion in Hood Slam Wrestling. And, of course, we might recognize her from times you've seen on AEW Dark Elevation, and even Ring of Honor. And, of course,
Hood Slam is a promotion I haven't heard in a long time. NorCal promotion here.
That's exactly it, JJ. And, of course, a lot of these women, for those that don't know, if you've been following title match on an annual basis, a lot of these women have been annual showcases here at Ladies Night Out. And already, Alicia Edwards jaw-jacking. I don't know if this is wise against Vipress. I'm just waiting for her to knock her out. Uh-oh. Oh. All right, so we got a stalemate here right now. Both women looking for the slap. And a handful of hair on each side. Again, the number one thing a woman will do to each other, grab a handful of hair.
Yep.
Hey, men do it too. If you got a long hair, men will do it too.
It's such more of a woman's wrestling thing, though, we're being honest here. And both women right now, literally the same idea, both with a leg in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, for all the crap I give Alicia Edwards from how obnoxious she is, that longevity being part of TNA has to speak dividends for her. Many people have called her a proverbial locker room leader of sorts, and she has also got a lot of people in TNA over the years. Drop kick!
There you go. So she's not as horrible of a person as she portrays on screen. Shotgun drop kick there by Vipress to Alicia in the corner.
That's
often the case with these people.
Well, I mean,
look at this. Vipress trying to take the system route and cheating to win. High stack roll up, feet on the ropes right in front of the referee. Don't know how smart that was of Vipress.
Well, when you're called the Serpent of Evil, you can expect a couple of dirty tricks.
Well, yeah, but Alicia Edwards isn't exactly a baby face. Like, this is a heel versus heel match.
Did you just realize that, JJ?
Yes, because I don't know much about Vipress.
Oh, well, now you do.
I figured she would be coming in, even if she was a heel, I figured she'd be coming in as the babyface here against Alicia Edwards of the system.
Well, I would think anybody against Alicia Edwards would be a babyface in the business, but when you're dealing with somebody that could be as sneaky and underhanded, if not more than you, jury's out. Rip down.
There's a lot of women on this card that I know nothing about, Noah. That's why having a wrestling encyclopedia like yourself here is so beneficial to people like Walter and I.
I apologize for not being here sooner, but prayers over passions. And if
no,
nothing else,
totally understand. You got to get right with God, especially at the holiday seasons.
And again, the beauty of wrestling is sometimes you don't necessarily need to know everything. You're just happy to learn anything. And women in wrestling, Absolutely. And of course, women in wrestling, I think about Stardom, of course, and their Dream Kingdom coming out. Saya Kamatani versus Tam Nakano. We got Mariah May versus Mina Shirakawa for the AEW Women's World Championship. And freaking winner is coming. You wonder now when Rosemary is going to show her hand and challenge Massa Slammers for the TNA World Championship. And of course, right now, we still are looking to see if Billie Starkz will be the final undoing of Athena. Boots right now and driving her foot into the side of the head of Vipress in the corner.
Could Rosemary play a factor in Masha's match later on tonight with La Rosa Negra as a way to kind of help fuel their story in TNA?
I mean, there's a big possibility, but La Rosa Negra and Massa Slammers, they're also no strangers to each other, including at Ladies Night Out. The last time that La Rosa Negra faced Massa Slammers was 2021, and she won.
Ooh. But then again, Masha wasn't the competitor, the champion that she is today at that show.
No, again.
It'd be a huge reversal of fortune. But if La Rosa Negra can once again upset Masha,
all right,
what does that do for her career? Does that put her in line for a title shot? Does TNA bring her in?
Cover. The 1 count as she was dribbling Vipress like a basketball. A great head scissors reverse lock there. Shades of Stephanie Valkyrie. And it's like I said, when you beat a company's champion, I think that puts you in line for a future championship opportunity, bar none, because you demonstrated something that nobody probably would expect, especially when it comes to the actual name value of TNA. And right now, Vipress, though, as Alicia's turn, remind people to trust the system. Alicia might not trust where she is right now. But the electric chair, drop down.
You know, gentlemen, last night at the end of the shenanigans, we talked a little bit about what we're thankful for, what we're grateful for. Right now, I'm thankful for these cameramen.
There's a cover of the Fisherman Buster. 2 counts.
I think
Walter knows why.
I might go to Connecticut School of Broadcasting, go get my degree, and go try to be a cameraman.
Oh, almighty. And Vipress right now just put in the boots to Alicia's midsection and back.
Come on, Noah. You got to know with me and Walter on the team
I know exactly
you're
what
going to get a little bit of that.
And you know what? That's fine. I know exactly what I'm doing.
And I still got La Princesa, my girl, to call in a little bit.
Yeah, I know what I'm about to say. And right now, Vipress going up to the second rope, but Alicia, oh, man, stopping her ascent. Now with the waves, like, oh, man.
Jesus.
That's a suplex.
That was a little bit messy, but effective nonetheless.
And again, Alicia Edwards, more jaw-jacking as only she can. What is it? What the? Calling everyone losers, planning Vipress face first, kick out at 2. That almost looked like a Sister Abigail.
Right?
Again, Vipress, great resilience. Again, Alicia going for the cover, gets a 2 count, though.
A little bit deeper of a pinfall with that one. Hooked her a little bit deper.
Yeah, but
Alicia's got to be wondering what it's going to take to put the Vipress away, what it's going to take to de-venomize her.
Well, I mean, maybe an exposed turnbuckle pad.
Yeah. I love how she's looking right in the ref's eyes as she continues to do it. Like, come on, Alicia, don't be stupid.
Yeah, about to say, but wait a minute. Oh, wait, what the hell? Is that her?
A little Eddie Guerrero action here, throwing the weapon at Alicia Edwards so that she gets caught red-handed. Referees, idiot, still fighting with the turnbuckle pad. Now he sees it.
Hey, you're caught with a smoking gun. The monitor goes out. The commentator doesn't know what happens. I mean, again, you talk about Eddie Guerrero and Vipress, kids in the mid-second taking advantage. Looking to hook up Alicia Edwards. Pile driver!
Huge pile driver connects it again.
No!
Damn it.
I thought that was it. I mean, again, like I said, obnoxious character, but quite a resilient competitor. The toughness of Alicia Edwards. There's a reason why she previously challenged Jordynne Grace for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Not to mention, challenged Masha Slammers in a no-disqualification match 2 weeks ago for the title.
There goes another one of those great camera shots.
Oh, in the midsection. Oh, wait, Alicia Edwards now.
He's looking at a different computer.
Pedigree connected by Alicia Edwards. Is it game over? Alicia with the win.
As we figured Alicia Edwards would get the victory here. You know, again, the established TNA superstar over the lesser-known Vipress.
And yeah, show me the official. That's real brilliant. Well, Alicia Edwards, to your point, of the system of TNA, getting a win. When was the last thing you could say that? Alicia Edwards getting a win here tonight, lays it out 14 against Vipress. And to that point, like I said earlier, the experience, not just the name by where she worked, but the experience of Alicia Edwards coming and play in the end, beating Vipress. I mean, again, try to outsmart a crook. It doesn't always work. It's like Adam Cole trying to be a bigger devil than the devil himself. It just doesn't work.
No.
Great effort, though, by Vipress.
I was thoroughly impressed, especially with as little experience as you said that she had.
Well, as ladies' night continues to unfold here, I believe we're going to go to some tag team action, according to what I just heard, based on what you talked about earlier. And, well, I don't need to say anything else. Yep.
La Princesa Tiffany Nieves.
And who else we got here? Dream Girl Ellie and Tiffany Nieves. I mean, they're no strangers to each other.
Yeah, again, Tiffany Nieves was supposed to be fighting Christina Marie. Dream Girl Ellie was supposed to be in a triple threat with Zaya Brookside and Gemma. Not sure who that is accompanying them to the ringside area. But again, card subject to change, promoter's favorite phrase. Now we've got this impromptu tag team match.
And again, Tiffany Nieves, of course. Looks like she's currently holding a piece of gold right there. Tiffany Nieves will be facing Natalia Markova of the NWA inside the first ever women's steel cage. Dream Girl Ellie, by the way, no stranger to anybody that's watched ROH or AEW Dark and Elevation. Young prospect of the industry, 6 years in the game. Works mostly out of Coastal Championship Wrestling and is trained by Matt Sydal. And here is Kelsey Reagan and Devlin McAvey.
Macabre.
Oh, Macabre, excuse me. I was looking at the BRE, so again,
no,
phonetics.
It's okay. Yeah, it's macabre, as in gore, violence. The macabre.
They look like they're a cohesive unit just from their attire. They look like they're all about that dark, violent nature. After dark.
Definitely an Albafire Isla Dawn style of presentation here with these two. Be curious to see what they bring to the table. Dream Girl Ellie I've seen once or twice, but not extensively familiar with. Tiffany Nieves, of course, I am the most familiar with. To your point, National Wrestling Alliance competitor. Cost Natalia Markova her opportunity at Kenzie Page at the last show. That's how we're getting the first ever women's steel cage match in Alabama history at If Looks Could Kill. And once that episode of Power airs, we will be doing a watch long of it, as Natalia Markova is a favorite of James's and La Princesa is a favorite of mine.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be...
talent, Reality of Wrestling talent, former Mission Pro Wrestling champion, the person that Izzy Moreno defeated for the title.
Right.
Looks like we got Dream Girl Ellie, and I'm not sure who that is for the other side in to start us off, Noah.
Good cartwheel escape. That's Reagan. That's Kelsey Reagan right now.
Okay.
Reagan with great cartwheel escape in the hammerlock right now. So Reagan is the redhead.
Yep.
Great trip up there by Dream Girl Ellie.
And
again,
Macabre, Devlin Macabre is the blonde.
Correct. Kelsey right now, possibly looking for some major reversal. Pressure shoulders down. Get a 2 count.
Great reversal there by Dream Girl Ellie, catching Reagan off guard there.
Dream Girl is part of her nickname. Whoa, man! Flying uppercut, slid on that one. Gets only a 1 count, though.
Surprising. Reagan, of course, I'm sure is a reference, considering their gothic gimmicks, to The Exorcist and the child who was possessed in that movie.
Irish whip now, double team attempt here, taking down Dream Girl Ellie. There's a cover there by Macabre and gets a 1 count again. And again, Tiffany Nieves, to your point, the former MPW women's champion, La Princesa, really been making a name for herself in NWA at the expense of Natalia Markova. Chop block applied by Dream Girl Ellie. Tap made to Tiffany Nieves.
Well, again, man, if you're going to establish yourself in a company, you got to go after one of the top stars. Natalia Markova has had multiple opportunities for the Burke, the NWA Women's Championship. So Tiffany Nieves, who's only been in the company for less than a year, that's a great way to establish yourself as a dominant presence. And defeating somebody that is a favorite of Billy Corgan's in a steel cage later on this month is a great way to end your 2024 and start off your 2025. And I don't say a favorite as in favoritism, but if you see Natalia Markova is one of the talents that generally comes with the Pumpkins on tour as a way to cross-promote NWA with the Smashing Pumpkins brand.
And McAvey bringing up Tiffany, taking her down. Great offense here. There's a cover, hook of the far leg. It's a 2 count. Deep hook of the leg there, and Dream Girl Ellie almost had to come in to save her partner.
Macabre trying to get the fans into this. Whoever that is on the outside just attacked Macabre, though, as she went to bounce off the rope.
Well, you already knew that was going to be a factor. I mean, how many times has the number game not been a factor? I mean, we saw the freaking Andersons have the Anderson fan reunion freaking last night, and that played their advantage. Now we got a double team effort here. And now Kelsey Reagan trying to come to the other partner. And again, keeping the official at bay is Dream Girl Ellie and their entourage. Tiffany trying to bring her back inside the ring. Hook on the far leg. It's a 2 count. Kelsey taken down. Cheap shot there by Tiffany.
You know, I'm a little bit surprised they didn't try to book Samantha Irvin to be the ring announcer for this event. The only men I've seen on this entire show is the African-American referee that was in the last match and the ring announcer. Everybody else has been women referees, women commentators, and women wrestlers, of course.
No representation. Oh, man, driving that boot in the side ahead of Devlin.
But I'm a little surprised they didn't try to tap Samantha Irvin, Jade Chun, or any of the other women that we knew were there to be the guest ring announcer for this show.
Well, again, I think a lot of this, like you said, cards had to change. There was probably a lot just, developed on the fly, for being perfectly honest here. They probably didn't think about that. For all we know, those other women you were talking about, other obligations. I know that Jay Chung, for example, they're probably already traveling on to the next destination for Impact Wrestling. They're on the road to Final Resolution. The last stop of TNA's 2024. Nice German suplex there by Neves. And at this point, Devin McCobb definitely needs to make a tag to Kelsey, but right now Devin is trapped in a submission hold here.
Tiffany Nieves just laying that pressure in. The smaller of these two competitors, but you cannot count out the core strength of La Princesa.
Yeah, Tiffany Nieves gives me a lot of Tasha Steele's vibes. They're putting in Walter Cruz, no relation, metaphors here. A lot of maybe Jada Parker vibes here. She got that aggressive attitude. Take no prisoners. Make it all about yourself. And a similar style. I don't think Tiffany Nieves has a background in volleyball, though. No. Nice kick, though.
No,
Devin
but she is a cancer survivor, which just makes her double tough.
Wait a minute. Whoa, man. I thought she was going for a DDT and turned into a satellite suplex. Critical moment here that Devin needs to make the tag.
I still want to see her versus Zelina Vega, and then maybe even form a tag team coming out of it out of mutual respect.
Well, I mean, again, Zelina Vega right now has to fight for the mid-card championship on Monday Night Raw, where you only hope that could mean actual better booking for that women's division, at least our opportunities. But again, Jerry's thought on that. And Kelsey right now, double teaming Dream Girl and Tiffany Nieves out of the corner. Great combination. Rolling elbow takes Tiffany down. And hoisting out Dream Girl Ellie. Oh! This is enough for Travis to turn the deal and broken up by Tiffany. There is no way that Dream Girl is going to kick out of that. Tiffany just saved the match. Oh, God!
Spine on the pine. Huge spine buster there from La Princesa.
Now Tiffany and Kelsey. Oh, man! Both get taken down hard here first. And all these women are down.
This is definitely what you call a brawl for all there, Noah.
Why is Lindsay Snow out here? Wait, Hollywood. Hollywood Haley J's back there. What the hell is happening? I think Hollywood Haley
Don't
J's
know.
trying to run for her life from Lindsay Snow, and now she's like, okay. That Haley,
I
you're
love
not in this
Hollywood
match.
Haley J. She is so dramatic.
She's not in this match, though. What the hell is this? Method acting? Well, Lindsay Snow is apparently not a fan of it. I mean, you said it before, Lindsay Snow and Haley J have been out of charge for this entire show.
They were supposed to have a one-on-one contest. Ended up turning the last match into a fatal four-way with their brawling.
Oh, no.
And here they are here. Again, I think this is just a way to establish Hollywood Haley J as a major name in pro wrestling.
Well,
Huge snap suplex there, German style from Dream Girl Ellie.
There's that shriek by Dream Girl Ellie looking to be that girl's nightmare. Oh, no!
I think she just caught.
She totally did. There's a roll-up by Devin. Referee, wait. That's why she's not legal. There's been so much chaos. I forgot Tiffany is actually still legal. And somehow that girl that took the drop kick, the referee's lost all control. There's no rhyme or reason here. And there goes Lindsay Snow and Haley J backstage.
It is chaos.
Oh!
The mist just catches her partner. Macabre just sprayed with the mist by Reagan.
And eats a boot for her trouble. Tiffany is legal with Devin. There's a roll-up. There's a win.
There we go. La Princesa and Dream Girl Ellie with the victory there.
Well,
what's going on, Matt? Good to see you in the chat room, along with everybody else, Cape Rayer, Daniel. Yeah, I think that this has been a whole ploy to set up Hollywood Haley J as a huge name to watch in wrestling. It all started with the Wrestlers TV series on Netflix that chronicles OVW. She was one of the people that was majorly featured there. She debuted at the NWA 76 show and is now making a presence for her in the NWA, step up from OVW. And now she's been featured heavily in 2 matches here. I think this is all being done to establish Hollywood Haley J and really bring eyes to her in the world of professional wrestling.
Well, speaking of eyes, let's go ahead and talk about something that has brought eyes to women's wrestling, including from Mission Pro. The most she started, she defends for the first time ever the Riot Cabaret Women's Championship. She won from Nina Samuels. It's La Mera Thunder Rosa versus Chicago's Missa Kate.
I'm just saying, they all got my eyes.
Missa Kate, of course, straight out of the Chicago area, has already got wins over the likes of Megan Bain. And, of course, is the champion right now out of Chicago style wrestling for 107 days. Missa Kate, no stranger to people who's watched the NWA, former NWA Women's Tag Team Champion, alongside Miss Reality herself, now known as Winston Clare, the former Maddie Wazowski. Been a while since I've seen Missa Kate. Also, previously was involved also in AEW, Dark and Dark Elevation. A couple of times they've gone to Chicago. I've seen her also involved in women's matches.
During the pre-show, as I was trying to talk up these matches, I mentioned, and maybe Noah, you can confirm this, but I believe Big G's friends have worked with Missa Kate before in the convention circuit.
Yep, Killer Promotions. He has literally advertised her for appearances.
Missa Kate is giving all hell to the fans. Jeez.
Well, I mean, you know, that's just one of those things that happens there.
And here comes La Mera. Is that her daughter carrying the title?
I believe so.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's cute. And again, Thunder Rosa recently won this title from Nina Samuels in London. Also recently got a win over Harley Graham, a.k.a. Harley Cameron, on Rampage. That definitely turned up the energy here. And, of course, also a standout performer for Ladies Night Out here over the years. And might I add, the founder of Mission Pro Wrestling, the promotion that's currently on hiatus.
Thunder Rosa's giving me Mick James vibes with her outfit now.
I mean, hey.
Mickey James meets Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
And again, if that is her daughter with the championship, that is just too fucking adorable.
Right.
All right. I'll admit that is cute. That's a cute moment. I mean, again, wrestlers and the wrestling families. And of course, Thunder Rosa coming off a great feud against the virtuoso Deonna Purrazzo recently in AEW.
Long may she fucking reign.
Damn fucking right. But the Vendetta, I'm sure, has not forgotten about that. This is the second ever one-on-one encounter for these two.
I want to thank everyone tuning in. We currently have people watching on all 4 channels that we're streaming on right now.
Appreciate all you.
Definitely.
And of course, Mr. Kate, very familiar with Thunder Rosa.
And
right
the
now,
fan
Thunder
that
Rosa
Misa
checking
Kid was harassing is now getting embraced by Thunder Rosa here. Definitely a little bit of mind games, I'm sure, here.
Well, at
Thunder
least we
Rosa
know for
obviously
sure.
working as the babyface, Misa Kid
Yeah.
is the heel.
Kind of
You
a
would
tie-up.
assume that it would be the other way around. Thunder Rosa is such a great heel, and Misa Kate, just looking at her image, gives babyface vibes.
And right now, Missy Kate and Thunder Rosa locking it up here. And Thunder Rosa trapping the left arm. Of course, Thunder Rosa also a background in MMA. Side
A little
headlock
bit of a
applied
shimmy,
here.
shimmy shake there is Thunder Rosa going for that arm wringer before applying that side headlock.
Yeah, look at Missy Kate, though, reversing the pressure, though, going for her own arm wringer here. Hyperextending the left wrist. Thunder Rosa rolls through. Of course, Thunder Rosa's been in strong form since coming back from that debilitating back injury, too.
And
Yeah,
again,
Miss Kate
we
trying
want
to
to
be-
thank the cameramen here at Ladies Night
Rip.
Out and Wrestlecade
Over.
Weekend.
Whoa.
Right.
Good agility. Nice arm drag takeover there by Thunder Rosa. Missy Kate trying to be everything but everyone's sweetheart. Oh,
Huge
nice
deep
drop
arm
kick.
drag. Shades of Ricky Steamboat. And to your
What
point,
is this?
Walter, hell of a drop kick there.
Yeah. What does it say about their home companies that another independent company is showcasing their talents more than their home companies are?
Depends what you're talking about.
Well, it's
Like
a
when-
big difference. It's not like this is any independent wrestling company. This is a super show. This is a convention card. So you're going to get that
Oh!
kind of stuff.
Signing
I do
Lariat, hook
get
of the
your
leg.
point.
2 count.
I do get your point there. As Thunder Rosa has been resorted to Rampage and Collision as of late, instead of being featured on Dynamite where she belongs.
Exactly.
Maybe we should put Mercedes Moné on Rampage, the show that nobody ever watches. You
Exactly.
can drive away with the few viewers that still tune in every week and actually give TV time to people like Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa right now driving Mr. Kate into the barricade. And again, bracing her for another massive chop. And Mr. Kate
And
first,
again,
though, giving Thunder Rosa a chop of her own.
former AEW Women's Champion here.
Of course, former Mission Pro champion, the last challenger before tonight to Izzy Moreno's Mission Pro Wrestling Championship. I believe that person, by the way, with Tiffany Levis, was the general manager of Mission Pro Wrestling that helped Tiffany scrutinize and cheat her way to hold on to that title, except when Thunder Rosa said that that wasn't going to happen. Nice scoop slam there by Mr. Kate Thunder Rosa. Cover, almost a dominator, gets a 2 count.
Great test to show of strength there by Misa Kate.
Mr. Kate grounding Thunder Rosa right now. Front face lock being applied here. Trying to wear down La Mera Mera. La Mera Mera also coming off again. A Dia de los Muertos match with Harley Cameron. And of course, always working, always trying to promote and further women's professional wrestling. Also hyped up the wrestlers of CMLL that were involved in a literal Lucha Libre special of Rampage. Nice German suplex. I feel like Mr. Kate has that proverbial chip on her shoulder. Cover. Get a 2 count.
Well, I mean, again, Misa Kate, for lack of a better phrase, is the lesser known talent here. So she's got something to prove against Thunder Rosa, the established name, the AEW superstar, the champion here.
What? The reversal shows down. Of course, again, Mr. Kate now rolls on her own in the NWA, while Thunder Rosa might be looking to center for the Romero special or pendulum. And bending Mr. Kate in half here. Oh. And that cradle is anything but comfortable, driving the top of her head into that bottom turnbuckle.
Sorry, Amazon came in. If you don't jump and grab your package in time in this neighborhood, it'll be gone.
Well,
For real, especially this time of year.
Yeah, that applies anywhere, for being perfectly honest here. I'm just saying. Full head of steam. Thunder Rosa runs in, though, through the ropes. And what is she looking for here? Pendulum knees almost of sorts out of the corner. Very even contest so far with Mystica and Thunder Rosa. Again, no strangers to each other. Drop kick up against the bottom rope, though. Whiplash effect to Mystica. The Northern Light Supers with a bridge 2 count only. I wouldn't mind seeing Mystica challenge Kenzie Pace for the Burke. To your point, Kenzie Pace has been dominated. Whoa! And a low blow.
Yeah, I really thought this last match between Kenzie and Natalia Markova was going to be the title change, but La Princesa had other things on her mind.
Woof. That knee.
Low blows work for men and women.
Going for a cover up off blades, gets 2.5.
Hey, some women got bigger balls than men. I'm just saying.
This is accurate.
Especially women involved in MMA and sports and wrestling.
I mean, just ask Thunder Rosa, just ask me. Tony Storm and Mariah May, they literally went for kicking the V, and they still fought on it. Probably what is still my women's match of the year. And Mariah May now has to, oh man, big high kick by Thunder Rosa. Fight Mina Shirakawa. Winner is coming. Might be looking for that package pile driver. Mystica reverses though. Front face up. Whoa! Nice swinging net breaker. Twist and shout. She hits the Roach Tanahashi. Here's the cover. Hook up both legs again and nearly got a new champion.
Is there no DQ or like the ref is just whatever, letting stuff slide?
Well, ref is being liberal because it's a championship match. I think he wants there to be a decisive victory here.
Well, I mean, also the title's called Riot Cabaret. That to me just sounds like, oh wait, the roll-up, schoolgirl. That just sounds like to me a traditional title. Nice scroll up here by Mystica. Hooks the near leg for a 2. And again, both these women in jump position. Could have a sudden pinfall anytime. There are 2 count for Thunder Rosa. Mystica with the waist lock. Might be looking for the Akana roll through. Cover 2. No. Woof. Kick got launched.
Mystica almost had it there.
Kick. Cazador. Oh, man. And the double stomp. Great combination by Thunder Rosa. And
What are we looking for here?
That's the submission. Mystica immediately tapping out on that submission hold.
Unique submission.
Well, again,
your winner and still champion, La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa. Referee looking like Sean Astin from the Goonies here.
I mean, you use the opponent's own arm to choke herself out, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, literally, she was literally choking herself out and hyperextending on the process. There's no reason why Mystica wouldn't tap on me, especially with all the work done during the match. Remember, the beginning of the match, Thunder Rosa was working that arm in the first place.
Again, God bless cameramen.
Well done to La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa, still the Riot Cabaret champion.
Great showing there by Missa Kate, though.
Oh, no doubt. And again, you can follow Mr. Kate out of Chicago Style Wrestling, the current CCW Women's Champion for 107 days. And you can also continue to follow her work in the NWA, where I can see her being a future NWA Women's World Television Champion or even challenge for the Burke at some point. But for right now, there's a reason why NWA is pretty empowered. And speaking of NWA, more NWA representation on the way. A feature match up next. The TNA Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich going up against La Rosa Negra for the second time ever in one-on-one action at Ladies Night Out. This is going to be a good match right here. La Rosa Negra with 21 years of wrestling experience who lost that Mission Pro. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I guess we're going to go to something else here. I guess that's to come later. There's Xia Brookside. Maybe she's going to join commentary. I mean, you talked about earlier how that was supposed to be a triple threat, Jay, and it got turned into a tag match.
Yeah, Xia Brookside was supposed to take on Dream Girl, Ellie, and Gemma.
I mean, hey, I have no problem seeing Xia Brookside, daughter of Robbie Brookside, of course, previously involved in the Triple Threat Knockouts opener on the Countdown 2 Turning Point.
That we got the call.
I mean, hey, she's been trying to soar as high as possible, and she's been soaring high as she's ever been in her career since coming from NXT UK into TNA. So, I mean, I welcome this. This should be fun.
So, this is Ladies' Night. What
Hello,
night. How did they not use that as their theme? Tell me they did that.
And let's keep in mind, guys, this is also going to be a great scouting for Xia Brookside because she's seeing the TNA Knockouts World Champion in action.
Yeah. And here comes the challenger, La Rosa Negra.
Rosa Negra, former Mission Pro
Jesus.
Wrestling champion.
It's a Sunday, girl. Stop working the
Or-
pole like that.
No, don't
Jesus.
stop at all.
Former
It is a
Mission
Sunday.
Pro.
There are kids in the crowd, Walter. Come on.
Ain't my kids. Dale la Rosa. It's up to the parents to edit their kids.
Look. I am all about women shaking what their mama gave them. But at the same time, let's be a little bit alert and aware of the
That's
crowd.
True. That's true.
I mean, she's all about entertaining, but she's also one of the most complete athletes in that ring. The Rosa Negra, former Mission Pro Wrestling Women's Champion for 316 days, only to lose that title to Jazmin Allure, a 21-year veteran of the business who last faced Masha Slamovich at Ladies Night Out in 2021 and won.
I mean, the timekeeper got a good view. The cameraman got a good view. Sheesh.
Want to address this real quick, Jaden. Apparently, you're new to the channels. First of all, thank you for joining our presentation, but we never share the video because we don't want to get pinged for copyright issues. However, if you go to that website right there, that is where you can view the action and watch along with us. Hence, a watch along. We are giving our live reactions and additional alternative commentary to the event, but right there is how you can watch the show.
And again, folks,
You know, if you want to pay my bills when my YouTube channel gets shut down due to getting copyright strikes, then by all means, we'll share the video. But I don't think you have the money to pay my bills, so not going to have that happen. Good stuff.
I don't think nobody does. Masha Slamovich,
Here comes the MVP of the weekend, gentlemen. Fighting successfully defending her championship in a 2 out of 3 falls Friday night against the juggernaut Jordynne Grace. Go into an all-out war with Lindsay Snow last night, and Lindsay Snow, by some miracle, is not worse for wear, not laid up in a hospital, as she's been brawling with Hollywood Haley J throughout the evening here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them make their way out here during this match as well, Noah, considering the fact that they fought last night. And here she is once again taking on a woman who holds a pinfall victory over her at this event, to your point. But as we mentioned earlier before Walter joined, Masha Slamovich is not the same wrestler that she was in 2021 when La Rosa Negra got that victory.
And immediately La Rosa Negra right now, and Masha right now on the map, I'm looking for a triangle, and both of these women jogging for position here. Masha picking the left leg, maybe looking for a knee bar or a heel hook.
Well go full on, make it a gimmick and defend her title here too.
Right? I'm a little bit surprised. I thought that La Rosa Negra would cut a promo issuing a challenge, and especially when Noah told me that she's got a pinfall victory over her. I could have seen her getting a little bit of mic time and be like, look, bitch, I beat your ass once at this show. I want a shot at your gold.
I got my own challenge going on, trying to behave with her in the ring.
Yeah, clearly.
Hey, you never know when Lee is going to come creeping down the hall or sending one of your kids to smack you again, Walter.
Right.
Don't push it.
Knuckle
She's not in
right
a good
now.
mood either right now.
See?
Rosa Negra and Masha Slamovich in a test of strength here in the knuckle lock. Forehead to forehead, both women going back around here right now. Neither woman getting better at this exchange. Talk about Rosa Negra possibly being a challenger. Again, Xia Brookside here scouting at ringside on commentary. Oh, nice head scissors. Immediately trapping Masha Slamovich. Oh. Again, both women breaking it up. And again, going back for the hair. Modified net breaker there. Spinning Solvat off the kick to the midsection. The Irish whip to Masha, thrown off of the ropes. Drop toe hold by La Rosa Negra. Rolls over into the side headlock. Woof.
I wonder if she's from Louisa. I gotta look this up now.
Yeah, you could look up more about La Rosa Negra on Cage Match here because, again, she is a force to be reckoned with. Drop toe by Masha, though, across the second rope. Up and over
No,
in the apron. Side boot to the head.
she's
And
from
Masha looking to pick up
Dorado.
speed. Oh!
Like a lot of people with her skin tone are from Luisa in Puerto Rico, but she's from Dorado.
Right now, Masha
I
literally just
definitely echo Noah's
snaggered the
sentiments. You know,
Afro.
I've seen her a few times on NWA Power. She
Mm.
is a
Mhm.
force to be reckoned with.
Big PK, Kenzie Page, watch out. Hits a cover, Lara pressed by Masha, gets a 2 count.
No, I'm sure Carlito knows a lot about her because she used to be in WWC.
There you go.
Wonder if he thinks she's cool.
Well, maybe he thinks of it just because for the hair alone.
That's fair. How many wrestlers have hair like that anymore? I mean, Will Nightingale probably is another one with similar hair to a degree with her poofy afro. And of course, Will Nightingale will be fighting Serena Deeb this Saturday to try and punch her ticket close to the Wrestle Dynasty, where Jamie Hayter waits the winner. At Winners Come, which of course we'll be covering here literally next week.
Another busy week coming up. MLW One Shot booked by Eric Bischoff on Thursday.
Oh,
Deadline on Saturday. Simply Predicting for Deadline Tuesday following NXT, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. La Rosa Negra going for the three amigos here. Shades
like
of Eddie
little,
Guerrero.
I like that Norman Lyons went follow up on the final one. I like that little slap to the chest there, almost exposing the core of Masha Slamovitz and helping her lift Masha for that third suplex. Nice bridge
UFC's on
for a
Saturday
pinfall.
too.
And right now, again, we talked about interpromotional representation here in these matches and at Ladies Night Out. Masha Slamovitz, Brookside representing TNA, and of course, La Rosa Negra representing NWA.
Yep, owned and operated by Billy Corrigan from the Smashing Pumpkins, for those of you that haven't followed the NWA lately.
Nice flapjack by La Rosa Negra, falling up here. Big jumping drop kick. Almost a hesitation drop kick of sorts.
NWA having a resurgence of lately, kind of getting into the streaming game. They lost their CW deal, unfortunately, when NXT crossed the line over there. But now their shows can be seen on Twitter X every Tuesday, 6:05 Eastern live, just as if it was a traditional NWA Crockett promotion. Get that 05 start time. Very reminiscent throwback of those old days.
Whoa.
The hell is La Rosa Negra doing there? Looked like she was having a seizure before dropping that elbow.
The far leg. Yeah, but I don't even know what to call that besides the freaky elbow drop, and then it covered the hook of the far leg and gets a 2 count. Rosa Negra again. She's a little bit of a wildcat in that ring. Now taunting Masha.
She is.
Calling her a wildcat, I'd kind of like to see her go against the wild child, Jody Threat.
It wouldn't surprise me. She's already faced her, but I haven't looked that far in my history. But I can't recall also La Rosa Negra facing Jody Threat, so I have to look up that match now. Thanks for that. Able to skip out the back door, looking for a backslide by Masha. Gets a 2 count. Oh, looking for the inside cradle, roll through. Meanwhile, Lara press, look at the leg, and 2 count. Both women meet with an elbow. Oh, and both meet with a high kick.
Looks like your brother's popped into the chat here, Walter, saying you doing UFC Saturday?
Oh, yeah, December 7th. Yep, UFC.
He's the one that made you wear the bunny costume last night, right?
Yep.
All the content.
If you missed that, go back and watch the Saturday Shenanigans on demand. Check out Walter have to put on the Christmas Story bunny onesie due to a super chat from his brother, Nestor.
That broke
Good to
James.
see you in the chat again, Nestor.
Yeah, good to see him. That broke James in the process, by the way, here. The Rosa Negra right now.
What doesn't break James? Let's be real. He breaks easier than the rest of us.
He breaks easier than the Spanish announce table.
Rising niche.
Damn.
Boot. That's a low blow. And a massive boot to the face of
Stop him when he's telling lies, Noah.
He's not. Rolling kick to the Rosa Negra. That might be the KO shot Masha needed and got a 2 count. Woo. And still La Rosa Negra is somehow in this bout.
Masha looks like she's saying that's it.
Again, did she figure out what it takes to put down La Rosa Negra? And it looks like
Looks
she
like
might be
she's
looking at
hooking
that
her up
package
for
pile
that package
driver.
pile driver.
Again, though, the weight though of La Rosa though, and also leverage. Stomping the foot. Big super kick by La Rosa creates separation. Rocking the champion. Another super kick by Samaja to the rope, bringing her in. Beautiful scoop slam. Using Maja's own momentum against her.
But she's taking too long. She should have gone for the pinfall right there. Even if she hadn't got the 3, it would have been an exertion of energy to make Masha kick out there. Then you could follow up with this top rope maneuver, but she took too long. Masha able to recover, get back to her feet.
Ooh. Massive Veal ripping La Rosa Negra down from the top rope by her hair. Spinning back heel kick. Masha rocking La Rosa Negra. Pile driver follow up. That's got to be a cover. 2, and Masha with the win.
Masha Slamovich is undefeated this weekend. 4-0 technically because it was a 2 out of 3 falls match against Jordynne Grace.
Yeah, but again, what a match once again brought by La Rosa Negra to Masha Slamovich. Really tested the TNA Knockouts World Champion.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at my brother's comment. He said the weak table.
Isaiah
That's what he said in
Brookside.
Spanish.
Yeah, Isaiah Brookside watching the TNA Knockouts World Champion in action, JJ. I think Zaya wants what Masha was just bringing forward here sooner rather than later.
Well, I mean, if you're not in the game to be champion, then you need to get out of the game.
You also can't be intimidated by who's champion. Masha immediately just walking away. So look back at La Rosa Negra.
Masha proving herself this week, like seriously.
Still, great women's contest though.
TNA's gonna take full advantage of that too. Like she's gonna have one of these historic runs. I see it coming.
I mean, again, she just conquered her greatest rival. Speaking of history, it's time for a champion versus champion bout for the first time ever. And Angélica Riz, the ladies now champion, goes one-on-one with Jazmin Allure, the Hurricane Pro women's champion, straight out of Texas, and also a former Mission Pro Wrestling champion. And this is a winner takes all, by the way, guys. It is title for title. Jazmin Allure, the champion for Hurricane Pro, 4-year experience, has been champion now for 435 days after beating Danny B, with 1 successful defense so far in Need for Rain. And of course, a very familiar name, not only to NWA, she has been heavily seen in the past on Ring of Honor and AEW, also back in the Dark and Elevation days. I guess dropping the title shows how much she cares about the championship.
It was an accident. You saw her facial reaction when it happened.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't trying to be disrespectful, even if she is the heel here, which we're not sure quite yet. But
I think both are.
She's definitely got an aura of heel, the way she's jaw-jacking with the crowd.
Jazmin Allure, also the very first competitor Izzy Moreno ever faced in Mission Pro Wrestling.
That's a nice looking title, though. Oh God, my wife's favorite color is purple too. Let me stop.
Purple's my favorite color as well, Walter.
You both have said that verbatim. And here comes Angélica Riz, the current, what's that? Lights Out, Ladies Night Out champion. I am not used to saying that. Ladies Night Out champion, trained by QT Marshall and Glacier, 3 years of experience in the game. You can see her more often at Ohio Valley Wrestling. And of course, she is right now at 8 defenses with that championship.
And for those of you that are interested in some of these talents that are in OVW, you can watch OVW's TV show for free every week on YouTube.
Angélica Riz won this title, by the way, back at Triple Shot 2. And Zaya Brookside, I don't know if she's staying around on commentary or she just left. I guess Zaya's going to stay around and see what maybe happens. Maybe Zaya can, put her eyes towards more gold here.
Well, let's not forget, unless the card has drastically changed, we still have Xia Li representing TNA that's going to be fighting. And then, of course, Jordynne Grace in our main event. So Zaya Brookside being ringside here for these last couple of matches definitely would behoove her to scout some other TNA knockout talent.
Of course, we've seen Angélica Riss across TNA, ROH, AEW. I don't think I've seen her in NWA, though. Very familiar game with a very combustible attitude. Demonstrated that against Athena in a Proving Ground match. Again, this is winner take all, title for title, the Ladies Night Out Championship and the Hurricane Pro Women's Wrestling Championship. Nice titles, by the way. A similar build here, similar heights, it looks like. This is going to be a very even matchup. Experience, again, literally less than a year difference.
Well, just because they have similar heights and builds, Noah, you don't know what their strength is like. Angélica Riss looks like she may have a stronger core than Jazmin Allure. She looks like she really hits the weights. So she may have the strength advantage here.
We'll see then if Jazmin Allure has the technique or the speed then, if that's the case.
I don't know. They have similar builds.
And of course, every time Ladies Night Out is showcased, this title is defended. Caught a little tie up. Oof. Jazmin Allure pushing Angélica Riss up against the ropes right now. Good lockup here. Very stiff lockup. Good grief. And we talked about before the strength. You don't necessarily the strength that you are dealing with. Again, this is the first time ever one-on-one encounter.
What is the crowd chanting that Allure keeps covering her ears? I'm watching it on mute so that I don't have that in my ear and us.
I don't know. Sure. I have the volume turned down very low, but I do have the volume up, but I can't hear the crowd audibly.
I think they're just trying, to egg on the chant. All right. Well, that was weird.
Little hippie shake there and booty pop in from Angélica Riss.
Open palm strike.
Walter's reaching into his pocket for the singles now.
Golly. All right. Now we got some stiff right hands to the open chest area.
The only thing I can think of is from Toy Story. I'm a married spud. Oh, for
the love of Pete, man, control yourself. Sunset flip by Angélica Riss. There's a roll up on Jazmin Allure and gets a 2 count as Allure escapes. Oh, jackknife takeover cover by Allure. Gets a 2 count on Angélica.
And you're seated on your couch, right? Does that make you a couch potato?
2 hands to the back. Great arm drag. Again, scouting Jazmin Allure, luring her in, taking her up and over. Jazmin Allure favoring the small for lower back right now. All right, Angélica followed up and over. Lands on the apron. Countering with an elbow strike. And what is Angélica got planned here? All right. Oh, okay.
Little face full of stuff there.
Yeah, grinding her
posterior into Jazmin Allure's face.
That's some very unique negative vibrations by Angélica Riss to Jazmin Allure.
I wonder if any
negative vibrations for who? I think Walter enjoyed it. Good vibrations for him.
Right.
Sidestep by Jazmin Allure, catching Angélica, puts the legs in the ropes, and takes her down hard back of the head.
I wonder if any of the ladies who are showcased tonight have expiring contracts soon, because people got to be scouting watching this.
Absolutely. You got to think this is a huge scouting opportunity for all the companies, National Wrestling Alliance, AEW, WWE, TNA. Again, all companies are represented in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's not an active competitor, you've got former WWE superstars like the former Alicia Fox on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Being choked there by Jazmin Allure using the second rope, now taking over. Angélica with the suplex. There's a cover, and it gets a 2 count.
There's a such thing as tryout matches without actually trying out for the company. All they
every
got to do is watch the tape.
Every match in the business that you're in is a tryout, whether you're already in a big company or not. No match should ever make you feel content or that you've peaked or made it. hard whip down by Jazmin Allure and Angélica Riz. You notice, by the way, in that last cover, she was pie-facing Angélica Riz, adding even further insult into figuring that she was going to beat her at that point.
You know, every professional wrestler's mentality is trying to outdo their last match. You never seem to be satisfied.
Every wrestler, that's a high statement. There's some that I think are a bit more, privileged than they shouldn't be. Face first goes Jazmin Allure into the table.
I reworded that every professional wrestler should have that mentality.
That's better.
Yeah.
Jazmin Allure a little bit too arrogant there, and Angélica Riz making her pay for it. Oh, jeez. Just chopped to the midsection. I thought she was going to go for a reverse DDT on the floor, and both these women right now are doing it on the floor. Again, if their count out happens, both women keep their championships, I suppose.
I guess.
I know. I never understood that, actually, if count outs still apply in a double championship match if both pairs are on the outside. Snapmare, PK, spinal tap kick by Jazmin Allure, going to the cover, a hook in the far leg, and enough air 2 count only.
Even if it's just one stays out there, that you win by count out, titles can't exchange, so you just keep both titles, right?
I would think. Nice neckbreaker there by Jazmin Allure. But then again, this is ladies' night out. This isn't typical, wrestling promotion. Cover, deep hook of both legs, gets a 2 count again.
I think if something like that would happen, somebody would come out and restart the match. It's like, no, we're not ending it that way.
I don't think Ladies Night Out has a general manager, though, to be fair. I think the wrestlers define that, but I can understand your point. And Angélica Riz in the second row. Oh, man. And
we should just make it Veda Scott. She's at the ringside area anyways on commentary.
I agree. I think Veda Scott's more than capable of doing that, but would you want that headache or weight?
Especially with her law experience.
If there's anybody that could do law school better than Smart Mark Sterling in the business, I would definitely want to be represented by Veda Scott. And Angélica Riz taking Jazmin Allure down the hard way. And Riz right now, critical moment, big move out of the corner. I'm not sure if she got all that missile drop kick, but got enough of it. But I think she took more of herself out in the process. And slow to fall up here. Both women are down the middle of the ring. Unable is Angélica Riz right now to make the cover. Great taxing match for both these women. Still, again, very young in their careers. Angélica Riz back up. Blocks the shot from Jazmin Allure. Go ahead, Walter.
By the looks of what they're doing tonight, they got long careers ahead of them.
Well, I mean, again, it just goes to show the more that you see a competitor, the more potential that you could see them definitely trying to capitalize on. And Angélica Riz just running on Jazmin Allure, taking her down and unleashing a barrage of fists in the top of her head.
Jazmin Allure has the look and the build that Shawn Michaels seems to enjoy, so I could see her getting a huge deal sooner rather than later. Yep. Big 619 by Angélica Riz.
That's why you love shows like this. Showcases like this just prove that all you need is exposure.
Into the DDT, using the ropes for additional leverage, gets 2.5. Closest near fall of this match. Woof.
I still can't believe she pulled out a 619 a little while ago.
And Tiger Fan kick. I mean, who hasn't been inspired by Mysterio? Roll up by Jazmin Allure. Gets a 2 count. Angélica Riz. Again, both these women meeting in center. Caught. Oh, jeez. Taken down hard. Look at her leg. And get a 2 count. Whipping her down by her hair again.
Wasn't that the Edge-O-Matic, Noah?
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Reverse DDT, possibly? Oh, wait a minute. And Jazmin Allure, regular the eyes. And so, wait a minute. What? Oh, lightning spiral! Rolling through, hook both legs. No!
If Angélica doesn't call her finisher the final risk, somebody's not knowing how to do things the right way. Like, it's like right there. It's written right there for her.
Well, I mean, again, not everything has to be, wait a minute. What is Jazmin Allure doing with...
She's got the championship belt.
That's not even her championship. That's Angélica Riz's championship. Again, oh, no!
Ref bump.
Oh, well, here we go. Oh, no, come on. No, not like this. Come on. Uh-oh. And Angélica, turn around. Oh, damn.
Do we need a ref bump? I mean, earlier we saw Low Blow right in front of the ref,
You
and
got
he didn't
the
call for a
bells on the
bell.
line. I guess you throw rules out the window.
One,
Jazmin
two,
Allure
three.
is the new Ladies Night Out champion.
Ooh.
Jazmin Allure did whatever it had to be to walk out still. Freaking Hurricane Pro Texas Women's Champion, and now the new Ladies Night Out champion.
Allure believes in the moniker by any means necessary.
And she lured Angélica Risk in and caught her face first. Well, damn it.
Huge victory there for Jazmin Allure. Again, I see star written all over her.
Mm-hmm.
And
Damn,
again,
both
great
those
effort.
both
Great
those
effort
titles
by
are
both.
beautiful.
And again, great effort by both. And again, keep in mind, folks, next time we cover Ladies Night Out, whether it's next year, WrestleCon, WrestleMania weekend, you might be seeing Jazmin Allure defending that championship now. Jazmin Allure, the new face of Ladies Night Out.
Whoever designed those titles WWE needs to holler at them, because damn, the titles you come up with sometimes is just
WWE doesn't know how to be creative with champions.
Walter,
Huh?
Jazmin Allure versus Lola Vice. Who you got?
Oh boy, put him on
Why
the
you gotta
spot.
do that to me? I gotta go.
I'm
with
coming,
Lola Vice.
Elizabeth.
You're wrong for that. You know that. You're wrong
Right.
for that.
Am I really though, Noah?
Yes,
Am I
because you're
really?
you're forcing a man to make a choice between two things that you know he'd rather have swirled together.
Mhm.
You know this.
I'd rather commentate with that buddy suit on than to have to choose between those two.
You may want to shut your mouth before that becomes reality. Meanwhile, please fasten your seatbelts and put your seats in the upright position, as we got Leila Gray about to take flight tonight at Ladies Night Out, representing AEW and Top Flight. And we recently saw Leila Gray nearly take Athena to the 10-minute limit in a Proving Ground match on Ring of Honor.
Damn, the hits just keep on coming.
Leila
Jeez.
Gray, of course, out of the New York area, former Ohio Valley Wrestling Women's Champion, also, might I add. And also, JJ, you remember, of course, used to roll alongside that bitch as a baddie. And of course, multifaceted, not just in wrestling, but also in music. And here comes not Katana from Mortal Kombat, but Xia Li representing TNA, newly signed, by the way. Congratulations. The newest member of the TNA Knockouts division.
Find out momentarily if Xia Li can have a flawless victory and what her fatality is.
Lei Ling Yi, by the way, is her TNA name.
Yeah, it's Xia Li. That's too hard to pronounce and say and remember, damn it.
There's a reason.
It sounds like you're actually speaking Cantonese when you say your name.
No, you're not wrong. I'll give you that. I'll give you guys this one for now. All right, I'll give you guys this. But again, guys, look at what we got here. TNA versus AEW in a first time ever matchup.
Someone who it was just announced that she officially signed with TNA.
That's right. We saw her give, of course, that KO shot in her TNA debut, but she also apparently has been on the, well, I'm just going to call it as I see it, the radar of Savannah Evans. Savannah Evans really attacked Xia Li when she returned to TNA.
She's a mixture of both Katana and Melina.
Exactly. And of course, signed from China, the first China-signed WWE superstar, if you all remember Xia Li, for her period in NXT. From Singapore.
I love that she's proving that WWE made a big mistake, because they had it and they let it go.
Yeah, just add that to the list of mistakes that WWE's done in their entire history of existence.
Okay. To be fair, that was the former administration.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to realize that we've had a rebirth in WWE the past year plus. Really kicked off at WrestleMania 40 this year. We were ushered into a new era. Let's not blame the entire company.
Yeah.
There's a new regime at the head.
And to add to your point, look at Jinder, look at Drew. People have been released and come back and have a stronger run than they've ever had before.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Like I said, but again,
Vince McMahon made a mistake with Xia Li. She was in the black and gold, correct? Which was Triple H's company, and I'm sure Triple H booked the hell out of her.
Yep.
Okay, so Vince McMahon made a mistake with Xia Li, not Paul Levesque, who is in charge now.
Deep arm drag there. Of course, we've also seen Leila Gray. Oh, man, caught with a high kick. Go one-on-one in the ring with the likes of Mina Shirakawa and, of course, Queen Aminata. And again, this knockout right here might be a force to be reckoned with. Give me her and Masha Slamovich in a Bloodsport bout.
And, you know, to your point, though, gentlemen, it's not like this is the first time a WWE talent has joined the Knockouts division and completely rejuvenated, revitalized, and reinvented themselves.
Club had a suplex cover for a 2 count.
Victoria became Tara.
Yes.
Katie Lee Burchill became Winter. Mickie James kept her name, but she went from Alexis LeRae to Mickie James to returning as Mickie James.
Look at Naomi.
And now you've got Xia Li.
And you got Naomi, who's done jack shit.
Yeah, but look at her Trinity run in TNA. She's proved it or something.
Xia Li. Oh, went for a PK. And Leila catching her, taking out the feet underneath for a pendulum drop on the apron. Massive pump kick there by Leila Gray.
Following a kiss of death of sorts there.
Cover, hook up both legs, gets a 2 count.
Great pin attempt there by Leila Gray.
And Leila Gray, of course, been trying to prove something to herself as of late. Same with Action Andretti and Darius Martin right now, where Top Flight has had I would say, some turbulence of momentum as of late.
Well, that always happens with Top Flight, unfortunately. Seems to be a trend in AEW, stutter step booking.
Yeah, well, what else is new?
Just ask Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks.
Ask Shinsuke in WWE.
Well, Shinsuke, once again, is United States champion. We'll see how long that lasts and if this run actually matters. But again, we could talk about apples to oranges, bananas to pears, all we want. Every company's got their flaws, but it's still the greatest time to be a professional wrestling fan. Beautiful sling blade there by Leila Gray. And there's a cover, a hook in the far lane, gets a 2 count. You can name a flaw, a pro, a con, a something you wish that was better with every company underneath the sun. It is what it is.
That's why I try not to treat any company like they're the superior brand.
No, nothing superior in my opinion. I just love certain things more than anything else, and that's just called being a fan.
There's really no such thing as superior. It's just marketing and more exposure than others.
It's marketing, it's branding, it's business, it's set run. Knife edge shot by Xia Li. That was just vicious. That's all legal. I mean, again, it's not a closed fist to the face.
And the more shows like this that get showcased from every company just helps us, the internet wrestling community, out more. People that do reviews and things like we do. Well, that's why the people that don't shut up about we want other companies to fail. No, we don't. We love stuff like this because it gives us more content.
Yeah, I was about to say also the people that actually have half a brain and know actually how to use the internet versus using the internet to actually act like they're the smartest person on the planet, but they're the dumbest idiot in existence.
Damn, Noah.
It also allows us to get an education on talents that we're not that familiar with.
Exactly.
Like giving them a showcase against talents that you are vaguely familiar with or really familiar with.
Irish Whip versus Irish Whip Xia Li, Leila Gray in the corner. Oh, and catching him with an elbow running in. Xia Li once again caught with a boot, and Leila Gray up to the second. What's he looking for here?
Which is why we love Mr. That's why we love Mr. Encyclopedia up there, Noah. He be teaching classes here, Professor Noah.
I mean, I just watch all things wrestling. Shout out to the W family, and I always try and learn more about those I truly love, the companies I truly invest in, and other things I want to learn about in my downtime. I do. There's a reason why I talk so much about Stardom. On my opinion, they still give me, as a fan, the strongest demonstration of women's professional wrestling and strong spirit and emotional storytelling. The story of Saya Kamatani and Ten Nakano capitalizes that for me. And it will end my year out for women's wrestling at Stardom Dream Kingdom on December 29th. And right now, Leila Grey looking to end the night for Xia Li with the sleeper hold.
See, that's part of why I always wondered why you didn't get more into Chase U. Like, you've got the knowledge of a teacher, of a professor. You could have been part of the staff of Chase University, my friend, educating the students. But no, you decided to rebel against them. Talk about how they are a false university.
Up and over!
You could have been the dean. Right. Literally, you could have been the dean.
Seriously, bro.
Look, I'm all about opportunities, but I'm also about finding where the opportunity lies. And I'm not going to put my opportunity into something that I know is temporary. Club and clothesline, not to mention, again, I stand by what I said about Chase U. But I already told you what it proved towards the end. Andre Chase just failed to hold up to it. And meanwhile, it's a lead right now, not trying to fail the night here. Not sure where the health bars is on both these women. We're going to keep talking about video games. And, of course, we haven't seen Andre Chase, freaking Fia Hale, Riley Osborne, or Duke Hudson since Andre failed against Ridge Holland. And Xia Li taking Leila Grey for a spin! Massive. That's got to be it. Cover! No!
No.
Great spin out TKO of sorts. Sorting her opponent and then dropping her with a cutter on the way down. And now bringing her closer to the corner. What's I looking for here? Xia Li going up to the top rope. This deep in a match. I don't know if you want to take a risk like that. Oof. Again, unnecessary risk. High risk, high reward. Or no reward. Great awareness by Leila Grey here. And again, we talked about before, not only the showcases, but the level of experience. Every match only makes you better. Every loss is a learning opportunity. Every win is further motivating. Nice snap suplex rope for there by Leila Grey, holding on position. And now transition to a double underhook. What is this? Pedigree, butterfly suplex. Wait a minute. Xia flying back, though. And Xia turning it around, hoisting up Leila Grey. Wait, roll through reversal, shoulders down. No pressure, though, with the legs. Get to the midsection. Pinfall after pinfall attempt here by both women, hoisting up. Was that it? Small package! Small package! Oh, 2 counts. And again, Xia. Oh, both women collide in midsection. Damn. Pinnacle moment here, guys, in this match. The same answer on each other's minds here. Both women colliding chest to chest in the middle of the ring and still finding it out here. By far the most competitive match we've seen so far tonight. Uh-oh. Oh! Side effect. Cover 2. No. Shout out to Matt Hardy. And sometimes you can't find something in your own repertoire. You look at someone else's playbook.
Hey.
It's wrestling in 2024. I mean, how much maneuvers are there left to just create? Everybody borrows from everybody.
Well, that's fair, and let's also not forget we are in Hardy country. We are in North Carolina. Slight homage ain't nothing new either.
Yeah. No.
There's crossface, though, or a head.
STF.
Wait a minute. What the hell? Mr. K, what are you? All right. Again, what the hell is happening here?
Don't know, but she's going straight after Xia Li there.
And she lost against Thunder Rosa. Now you got Leila Grey and Mr. K double teaming Xia Li. I mean, I think this match got thrown out, or I think Leila Grey got disqualified. Well, Mr. K's going to remind people exactly who she is. Oh, wait for that spinning back heel kick. Xia Li catches though.
Xia Li catches the boot there. Huge trouble in paradise by Xia Li there. Takes out Missa Kate.
Yeah, took her out with her own tornado kick. An incredible matchup, unfortunately, with a sour note. Leila Grey was mere seconds away, in my opinion, from tapping out. And what looked like, I think Xia Li was going for a crossface, but more was like a head vice with how high she had her wrist locked on the forehead of Leila Grey, and Missa Kate coming to the aid of Leila Grey before the tap out, or I don't know where we're going here. But either way, I guess your winner of this match is Xia Li via disqualification. Well, that was weird. That was an incredible match, though. Again, I want to see that ran back and actually see who was, more capable of getting the win. I don't think Leila Grey was going to escape that personally. Oh, Lord. Well,
that happened.
And this is about to happen. It's main event time here at Ladies Out 14 with the TNA Knockout. The Juggernaut, Jordynne Grace, taking on, oh, good Lord, the former Alicia Fox.
I love the pacing of this. It's just right to one match after the other. No bullshit in between. No.
Well,
I think
again,
there's a plus and a curse to that, though, because a lot of these matches are first-time matches that are just being booked because the talent is here for the weekend.
exactly.
A little bit of mic time from the heel or the baby face to kind of, set up the match, I think would have done a world of wonders here.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you gotta
Especially in a
consider.
match like La Rosa Negra Masha Slamovich, where La Rosa Negra holds a pinfall victory over her at this very event.
Ladies' Night Out.
Like, La Rosa Negra could have tried to taunt Masha into putting the title on the line. Masha won, so she would have retained the title either way,
That's true.
and could have had a little bit of something here to generate interest for the fans that this is a first-time view for.
JJ.
Especially the scouts, because it proves people's mic skills, and that's a box that they want to check off when they're scouting
Lord. Vic Crow, Alicia Fox.
And yesterday, Noah, when we were doing the Super Show, I talked about how our main event, which featured a TNA superstar, Joe Hendry, in this case it's Jordynne Grace, going up against a former WWE superstar. In that case, it was Raj Desi, the former Jinder Mahal. Here it's Alicia Fox. Is this a proving ground for Jordynne Grace? Much like I thought the one yesterday was for Joe Hendry. Yes, Jordynne Grace has competed in the Women's Royal Rumble. She's tied it up with some of the main roster talent before. But most of her WWE run has been spent in NXT. Alicia Fox, to her credit, while not my favorite former diva, was a main roster competitor and I believe a champion at one point as well.
She was.
So
Understatement
for
of the year, by
Jordynne
the way.
Grace to get a victory here over a former WWE main roster Divas champion, is that a huge victory and proving ground for the Juggernaut, despite all of Jordynne Grace's accolades that she's already had? It shows that she can hold her own with main roster, main event caliber talent.
WWE is just the namesake that's most commonly known, so I'll give you that just because of the WWE exposure. But I still say that Jordynne Grace is the superior one here. But
JJ, to your
I
point, all
don't
it takes is
doubt
a phone
that.
call. All it takes is a phone
exactly.
call. Hey, Alicia, how did you feel about Jordynne? Like, is it worth it? Do we sign her? Because people from former talents, they value their opinion. Like, so that's all it takes.
Exactly. You got to figure, we've been discussing Jordynne Grace's contract ends at the end of January. She could literally debut in the Royal Rumble February 1st as a WWE superstar as soon as her contract expires. But where does she go from there? Does she go straight to the main roster, or does she go to NXT where she's already got experience? A match like this could be that determining factor.
Yeah, only time will tell who else WWE will try and use for their own branding power. And that's what really WWE is about at the end of the day. As Vivi Crow right now is caught by Jordynne Grace, set up on the top turnbuckle.
If they do sign her and she debuts in the Royal Rumble, I wouldn't even announce that she was signed officially until she comes out in their Royal Rumble. Just announce it right there, because that gives it something special. Like, don't let it leak out there. Don't let it.
This is the internet, Walter. There's nothing that's hidden in this freaking business.
Hey, we all.
Well, if you believe what they want you to believe, CM Punk signed his contract the day of Survivor Series.
Exactly.
Oh, massive spine buster.
And that reaction in Chicago sure told me that people didn't know he was coming.
Vic looks nice. Like, I hope Vic is able to keep her personal issues away because we all know her history with bottles and things. So as long as she
But
keeps that
again,
out, I'm
people
happy with
are
it.
able to change. And from what we discussed briefly last night, apparently the attitude that had given Alicia Fox her negative stigma
Ooh.
from most people's accounts seems to have disappeared. So maybe Vix Crow is a completely new person.
Nice dive,
So
vertical
I'm willing
suplex
to
in the
give the
cover.
former Alicia Fox the benefit of the doubt here.
Good for
People
you.
change.
The true test is if you ever see her in person again.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, again, Vix Crow, I'm sure she has, her critics, but she also has her admirers. And to your point, workers of the business, true workers stand for one another when they're all trying to just do the same thing. And that is demonstrate why they love what they do in this ring, no matter how painful or mentally strenuous it may be. You can see that right now clearly with Jordynne Grace and Vix Crow. Vix Crow right now trying to fight back against Jordynne Grace. And again, we haven't seen nothing about Vix Crow since she's left WWE. Nice rising knee strike there. Heavily endorsed previously by Booker T, of course. Formerly was part of the Bella Twins trilogy, of course. And right now, the power of the Juggernaut taking over. Oh, wow! That was an incredible way into a DDT. Follows up beautiful Northern Light suplex with a Vix Crow for a 2 count. Unbelievable.
Beautiful Northern Light suplex there, and the strength to be able to hold that bridge on a competitor the size of Jordynne Grace. Walter, did we mention purple is my favorite color?
Yes, we definitely did.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I noticed that a while ago. I just behaved.
Good boy.
Clubbing shot there. And right
Both
now,
these
Grace
women wearing orange here.
And right now, Jordynne Grace is checking to make sure her lip wasn't busted. Ripped down by her hair by Vix Crow. And Jordynne Grace might be a little bit ticked off from that.
Vix almost has like a custom Wonder Woman symbol if you look at the type.
Does look a little bit like that, actually.
Yeah.
Next there underneath the clothesline and roll through. Jordynne Grace hooking up Vix Crow up on the shoulder. What the hell?
I just
Grace
want to give a
able
round
to
of applause.
Power Vix Crow quite easily.
Round of applause for just Jordynne Grace's years. What a hell of a year she's had. Like, she's literally been in anything.
Dakota Driver sliding forearm 2 count to your point, Walter. Missed TNA this year since being traded for the TNA Knockouts World Champion back in January.
Like, way to represent your brand all year round, man.
Uh-oh.
And no doubt, Noah pointed out yesterday, her and Speedball Mike Bailey, the most heavily booked TNA superstars across other promotions. There's reasons for it.
Yeah, and Masha Slavics and Speedball Mike Bailey are still going to jockey that position probably for the rest of time, as far as I'm concerned. Jordynne Grace, a close third. And right now, Vix Crow trying to collect herself here. Juggernaut Driver!
JJ, I'm still nervous from yesterday. Look, you see in the corner right there? I saw a shadow. That's her like throwing the pink. She was hanging up the pink robe back there. I saw like a robe. I'm like, oh shit.
Back kick. What the hell is this? Oh wow!
Great innovative offense there by Vix Crow. She's definitely improved since I last saw her in the ring.
Yeah, 2 count there off the modified DDT. Almost a head scissors type of DDT. Or Black Dahlia type implant DDT, the move used by Abaddon. Keeping Jordynne Grace down right now. Well, again, like you talked about, that exposure speaks values, and exposure itself can definitely mean something on your resume versus experience. But I do think at the end of the day, both women are very still evenly matched here. When you're not Vix Crow, knowing how long she's been in the business, but you're seeing the growth development of Jordynne Grace. Whether or not you're involved in a company that holds 5,000 people or 50,000 people 5 times a year, that's just more of a mental pressure than anything else. And this game is both equally mental and physical. But I look at the tail of the tape here. I look at the actual year both these women have and who's been more involved. And again, the number one factor you can't put on a resume is how much time you actually spent in the ring consistently. And Jordynne Grace has been non-stop since her return to TNA Impact Wrestling last year. Well, actually, it was actually in 2022, excuse me, when she beat her generational rival, the virtuoso Deonna Purrazzo, at Victory Road in her best of 5 battle of that rivalry that lasted 2+ years. Right now, Jordynne Grace being fought up by Vix Crow. Vix Crow, once again, that rangy reach of those legs. Caught hard, though, with that fist. Uh-oh.
Setting up for that muscle buster.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Well, good night, Vix. Bam! Muscle buster connects. That's it. It's what?
Kicks out of the shades of Samoa, that muscle buster that Jordynne Grace uses.
Holy hell.
Samoa Joe is the original innovator, but kudos to Vix Crow for kicking out of that, and I'm sure she's been dropping her head enough times.
I did not expect
Jordynne
her to
Grace
kick
looks
out of
like she... Go ahead, Walter. Sorry.
I was just saying I did not expect her to kick out of that at all.
No one did here. You were
Jordynne
saying,
Grace
JJ?
looks like she's getting frustrated. She may have taken Alicia Fox very lightly here.
Well, again, like I said, we have no idea what Vix Crow has been up to. Jordynne Grace has been in action nonstop. Oh, man. World's strongest slam. Might be looking for the Vader Bomb follow-up. She loves this combination. Vix Crow, though, able to scout it.
What's her obsession with animals, by the way? She went from a fox to a crow?
Wow, and maybe that's her actual name. Oh! Scissors kick. Shades of Booker T. The double underhook. What is this? What the hell? Vix Crow put out a package. Pile driver. What the fuck?
And she did it. She just defeated Jordynne Grace.
Her real name is Victoria Crawford.
What the
There you go,
fuck
Vix
just
Crow.
happened?
Victorious Victoria here.
Vix Crow just pinned the former TNA Knockouts World Champion.
Wow. Man.
Statement made. Damn.
Jordynne Grace does not mind doing the job for people. Look at that. She's on a bit of a downslide right now.
I mean,
well, and if you're on your way out of a company, that's the best way to go out is on your back. Do the job and you put people over. You know, granted, Vix Crow is not a member of the TNA roster, but could she be after just beating the former multi-time Knockouts champion?
But they both wanted this match, to your point, and they both got it. So Jordynne Grace clearly knew what Vix Crow is capable of. And to your point, maybe this match just helped Vix Crow hone that maybe lost and renewed potential in herself. I'm shocked. I did not expect that tonight.
How would you react, JJ, if she pops up in the Royal Rumble?
Who, Vix Crow?
Vix Crow. Yeah.
And massive
After
win.
seeing this action and this display from the former Alicia Fox, I wouldn't be completely opposed. She definitely looks like she has improved on her game. No longer just a divas wrestler. She's got some great innovative offense. And again, people change. If her personality has changed, then I'm all for it. As we go off the air here, Ladies Night 14, another fantastic showing from Wrestlecade Weekend. Hell of an event.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised by that. Vix Crow came in and she got the win in the end as we officially conclude Ladies Night Out here. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm quite surprised by that, but impressive match.
I'm just happy women are getting longevity now. It's no longer 5-6 year careers and then you never hear from them again.
Yeah, I mean, Thunder Rosa put up a sign last night from a fan that basically sums up what the business is right now when it comes to women in wrestling. I don't want to say women's wrestling. I'm just going to say women in wrestling because, damn it, a lot of these women can wrestle better than some of these effing men and even the biggest companies. Bottom line, women's wrestling is alive, as it should be, more than ever.
Absolutely.
But speaking of alive, I think it's time now that we go ahead and wind down for today and wish you all, especially if you are on the other side of the world, goodbye and good night, and thank you for tuning in. So, JJ, again, you kind of echoed what the week's about to bring. Why don't we go ahead and run it down real quick before we cut the feed?
Give me 1 second so I can upload the graphics here.
And again, folks, if you've enjoyed what you've heard today, we are the Super Reliable Studios. We are here to bring you coverage, reactions, analysis, and open-minded, unbiased, positive, sometimes critically constructive takes on all things of the wrestling business. WWE, NXT, TNA, ROH, AEW, NJPW, independent wrestling, showcases, and more. And we have a ton more in store for you as we are in the final month of the year officially, by the way. Happy December 1st, everybody. And again, it all kicks off with Simply Predicting, the conclusion of Simply Predicting for the year. It will be NXT Deadline, Ring of Honor, Final Battle, TNA, Final Resolutions, and of course, AEW World's End. And that concludes all the leagues. By the way, congratulations to Sean Goshaku and somehow me. Damn it, I am Vegeta to his Goku. As we tied this year in the conclusion of the Team NoDQ WPLA Predictions League. But great job to everybody that participated and played. I hope to see you all in that league once again. The Galaxy, I will have your final scores up later this evening. Stay tuned to NoDQ, by the way, as we will be talking about this year's nominees for the annual NoDQ Awards as well. Stay NoDQ. Stay tuned for more on that here on YouTube and other NoDQ social media feeds. And again, there's so much stuff coming up. All the content, damn it, and everything else in and out of streaming. You set, bruv?
Yes, I am. So first and foremost, if you missed our coverage this weekend, go back, check out our streams of the Wrestlecade Super Show where Noah and I called the action yesterday afternoon for that. Check out our coverage of Survivor Series War Games with Statboy Mike playing Joey Styles for the first 2 matches, and then joined by Walter Cruz for the remainder of the show. Go check out the Saturday shenanigans from last night, as we were thankful for our families. And the wheel was actually pretty nice to Noah. It only came up his name twice, but because he decided to open his mouth and insert foot, he did have to sing and dance to the Bee Gees' Staying Alive, which was a hell of a sight to be seen. Make sure you go back and you check that out.
My hip still hurts.
If you
But do they
came
lie?
in late, once the stream ends, go back and check out our coverage for tonight, Ladies Night Out 14. This Tuesday, don't have a graphic for it, but this Tuesday, as Noah mentioned, will be the finale of the NXT Deadline Simply Predicting. 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Noah, myself, and whoever else we can wrangle will be simply predicting the Iron Survivor matches and whatever else gets added to the card. Thursday, via YouTube, so you can go to MLW's YouTube channel for this. Eric Bischoff is being given control of the company for one night, and we will be doing a watch along of that Thursday, December 5th. Stream begins at 3 p.m. Eastern, or excuse me, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Bosh.
I am still tired, Noah, and I've been trying to do a bunch of stuff here tonight.
I know.
We've got the MLW World Tag Team titles being defended. Contra versus Cozy Max. We've got Matthew Justice and a mystery partner taking on the Andersons, Brock and CW, and Eazy-E's Roulette. We've got Matt Riddle taking on Donovan Dijak, and Mystico defending his MLW middleweight championship against the former Cameron Grimes, now going by Trevor Lee.
Yeah.
All these matches so far announced, and I'm sure more will be coming up in the coming days. And then next Saturday will be NXT Deadline beginning at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yup.
Noah and Walter will be on the call for that. I will be a little bit late for that as my daughter has a performance that day. Supposed to end right about 3 o'clock, so hopefully I'll be home 3:30, 4 o'clock, so that's 7 o'clock your time. Maybe only miss the first half hour to an hour of the show. once I get in, Walter, if you want, you can bounce out of the stream. That way you can save yourself for UFC that evening. I know you said that the matches for that changed, so that's why I didn't load that graphic, but we've got UFC watch along that evening. Walter and James on that call as they do. And yeah, to Daniel's point, we are 24 days from Christmas and 30 days from the start of 2025. Last night on the Shenanigans, Jeff Meacham made a programming announcement about what was in store for his New Year's Eve special / start of his anniversary of the channel. So make sure, again, you go back and you watch the Saturday Shenanigans on demand for that. And yeah, you can follow all of us on the socials. Noah.
If you wish to follow and engage with me further, be part of predictions, leagues, and sleeper predictions too, then find me on the Twitter and on YouTube at nfoster9016 for all things wrestling. Shout out to WWE family. There might be another impromptu coming soon. Don't know yet. Stay tuned for simple assessments, all the biggest shows across wrestling. Everything else is a joint venture here at the Super Live Studios. But as always, only wish to encourage you to just enjoy live and enjoy wrestling too, whether it's through my voice, JJ's voice, Walter's voice, or any of the great voices here at the Super Live Studios. It truly is as simple as that. And I cannot wait to cover Deadline, and AEW winter is coming.
There you go. Walter.
Oh, good.
I'm going to see that. Okay.
He's looking over his shoulder again.
It's gonna become a freaking new shtick, and you're gonna have to live with it.
Twitter, you can follow, or X or whatever. Also, I just signed up for Bluetooth, but it's the name
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Did you say Blue Chew?
No, I said Blue 2. What the hell are you thinking about? No, I thought you were the innocent one.
Dude, the simple single man. But looking at Lola Vice in that position, I guess, is giving him some ideas.
If I see one more fucking advertisement for Blue Chew on YouTube, I'm going to report them to the fucking FCC.
I know. But anyways, on X and Blue Sky, it's the same name, Walter Alex Cruz. The Instagram, Walter.Cruz.940. And, of course, the Rage of Wrestling YouTube channel. And that's it for me.
And then for me, you can find me on Instagram, the Renegade JJ Williams, on Twitter and Blue Sky at ROWJJ Williams, on YouTube at Casa D18 Studios. Make sure you follow everybody else involved with the Simply Reliable Studios and all our YouTube channels, J. Hubert Studios, Casa D18 Studios, once again, Rage of Wrestling, and the Simple Man's Brand. We are the only reliable SRS in professional wrestling, damn it.
Good grief.
That's going to just about do it for this very, very intense and entertaining weekend of professional wrestling, damn it. And again, we said it a couple times yesterday, but if you were unable to find something this weekend to enjoy as a professional wrestling fan, get the fuck out the fandom and don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Between Turning Point, between Rampage, between Stardom on Friday, between Collision, the Wrestlecade Super Shows, Survivor Series War Games on Saturday, between Ladies Night Out and Raw tomorrow with the fallout of the Survivor Series War Games. Tuesday is NXT and NWA Power. Wednesday is Dynamite. Thursday is Impact and the fallout of Turning Point. Again, if you can't find something to sink your teeth in, you are not wanted, and you are why the IWC is so fucking toxic. Get out.
Amen.
For the simple man, Noah Foster, for Walter Cruz, Mr. Reliable, I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. Thanking everyone for joining us and tuning in this weekend. And we will see you guys on Tuesday as we simply predict NXT Deadline. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, folks. Respect women in wrestling.
Damn.